Mhm.
Well, I see YouTube's being YouTube again. Doesn't say we're live yet.
I was certain one.
All right, I should mention there'll be none of that.
Somebody should patent that belch.
Okay, we got signs.
All right.
Hey,
Let
carbon dioxide is a natural process. Okay?
Great, natural somewhere else. Here we go. Here we go. Everybody silence.
I was
There you go.
you should be live because I got a notification on my phone.
Yep. Yeah, it's just YouTube being YouTube. All right, here we go.
All right.
Oh, yeah, David! Haskard's here! Biggles! Darcy Lupo!
And the beer donuts!
And Feature Copernicus!
The most important section.
Well now. Wasn't that?
Am I the only one that gets like a Skyrim vibe from the intro music there?
No,
No.
but you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Hey.
I'm just curious.
Phil, I used to know about Skyrim. Then I took an error to the knee. Come on, that was funny.
You'd think I'd have the crickets ready. You'd think I would have the crickets.
You really just need to have that because we can't have Cap without the crickets.
But it's just never needed this early. All right, Cap, you know what? Say your thing again, please.
I was just saying, I used to know about Skyrim, then I took an error to the knee.
All right, that was much better.
Fail again.
That was much better. Cricket fail. All right, well, let's just start out with just a very little bit of housekeeping today, and it's good. It's before the stupid, we'll have something of value. Andy, if you're ready, if you wouldn't mind, tell us about your interesting and valuable big project that's coming up that you're going to be doing.
Absolutely. So coming up at the end of the month, I am going to be effectively making a mock planetarium for a bunch of early childhood kiddos. Don't know their exact ages, but it is before preschool, so they're youngins. And I'm going to be, like I say, I'm going to be building a fake planetarium, and I say fake planetarium due to the fact that it's going to be projected onto a screen that's probably going to be a sheet. It's not really a planetarium. It's not going to work that way necessarily, but there are a lot of amazing pieces of technology available to us these days that will let me do pretty good as far as that's concerned. So right now, while we're actually sitting down and doing this, I'm even filming things through, well, I don't want to say the name of the creating companies because I don't know how that all works with YouTube licensing, but building videos as we speak, and it's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun using a lot of the technology available to bring a miniaturized planetarium to kiddos whose parents aren't able to actually get them to a planetarium. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I've been working pretty hard at getting to this and just really looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. We're also going to be doing how you can actually build your own telescope, because for everyone that has been watching for a while, obviously, I do happen to like building telescopes, and I'm going to be hopefully making a video with SciStrike that is going to show, the bare essentials for homemade telescope building. I've done this with very, very minimal materials, everything from cardboard shipping tubes and electrical tape to, well, actually, that's about as simple as it gets.
All right, well, going out in the real world and helping educate. That's a very impressive thing there, sir.
Well, thank you
Yeah,
very
man.
much. It's a lot of fun to go out and, it's a lot of fun to sit around and, make videos and try and share knowledge in that fashion. When you actually get to go out, since I'm not a teacher, I'm not an educator, that's not something I do for a living. When that happenstance comes across, it's really, really cool. And you get really excited because that's not every day. That's, my everyday is I go and I build machines to replace people. Every now and then you kind of want to go out and actually teach people instead of replace people. And yeah,
Okay,
it's been a lot of fun.
no doubt. All right, well, thanks for that update, and that sounds like it's going to be most cool for all parties involved. All right,
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for letting me pop that plug out there.
Oh, that's actually looking forward to it. So, all right. Well, after that good news, we've got some bad news, which is we're actually going to go on with the show, and there's going to be a significant amount of stupid that all of us and all of you are going to have to tolerate. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. And
I could have swore we were about to bring on the pug after that good news.
you know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like perfect timing. Bring it on.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all see who the people are on the panel. Sub to them. And by the way, you
Yes.
see all the people in the public chat who may have YouTube channels. Yeah, sub to them too. Okay, there's the plug. Now we bring on the pug. Here we go. Thanks everybody.
Sounds good. Shortest movie night ever.
See you next week.
Our jobs are done here.
Indeed. All right. You think we're gonna get away with that?
No, Mr. Unite for the Children, there are no underground factories where any of that's happening. I build machines that replace what would be considered slave labor. If you want to apply 100,000 labels onto parcels traveling at 200 feet a minute down a conveyor line in a warehouse, you are glad to take that job. But I would rather build a machine that has a purpose doing that instead of asking a person to submit their life to indentured servitude doing that job.
Actually, I think what we've got going on here with Mr. Unite for the Children is actually a Fallout 4 reference. The Institute does exactly that sort of thing in their little underground synth laboratory, synth construction facility.
So we're.
Well, and actually,
I think we should talk video games and the science of video games. I think that would be a hell of a lot more interesting than what we're doing here.
Yeah, you're not
Or
kidding.
what we have lined up.
And less chance of alcohol poisoning.
Who is that phoning it in with the scratchy voice?
Oh yeah, the
That's Cap phoning in.
Yeah, Cap is phoning in. His internet is out for a little bit, so he is
on location.
He is on location,
yeah.
And he is calling in via telephone instead of through the internet. So what this means is his connection will actually be stable tonight, whereas the rest of us will be the usual YouTube in and out. Sometimes you get it.
And we can barely hear him, so sound is improved immensely for Cap.
You see the advantages to this? You see how this works out? Anyway.
We're so terrible for Cap.
Poor Cap. We should just boot him again.
I do have one correction to make.
Okay.
You said I'm stable. Are you sure you want to stand by that statement?
I'm
the only stable one here.
Oh, he said your connection
Your
was
connection is
stable.
stable.
Cap.
Okay, yeah.
You have to pay attention to what people say. You're supposed to be a YouTuber who interviews people. Pay
He's
attention.
got a horse image, you know.
I
They're kept in
didn't hear the
stables.
connection. I did not hear the word connection.
And Biggle,
You know what?
Biggle says the internet has booted Cap.
Yes, the internet has indeed gone with the hashtag bootcap.
Indeed. Now it's hashtag
Yeah.
hang up on Cap.
Click.
Will be that way until whatever he
We can
third
shorten
Friday
that.
is.
Hi. We
Oh.
can just say Dillahunty Cap.
Ah, all right.
Hang up on his ass.
Indeed. All right. Well.
Yeah. It's but yeah, I'll be this way probably until the third Friday in
Cap,
August.
are we supposed to read out that phone number on air or?
Now
No.
we'll just refer to him as Boot. That'll be great.
All right. We
There
know
you
who
go.
it is.
I have to say, Cap, seeing you sign in under Rule 34 is a little bit suspicious.
What? I'm not in the buzzer, so that's someone else.
I'm
Who is that?
referring to the guy who's also in the meeting here.
Yeah.
Have a look
It-
how you are signed in here. Rule
It
34.
showed
can't
Cap.
see
It
it,
showed the
so-
last two digits of your phone number.
All right.
So-
Oh, okay.
All right. Who is signed in as the hottest guy in the room? Just how the hell?
That would be Peter.
Peter. That's
That
you.
would-
Yeah.
That wouldn't be me.
No.
No.
That would be me.
What is it too much to ask that you use your regular
I
YouTube names?
I was the guy who was in the room when Karis told Carrier that she wanted lizard sex. I was that guy.
Ah, you were that guy.
That was a little bit too long to put in the buzzer.
There is no doubt, however, that Karis's transporter sprinkles are the most attractive I've ever seen on video.
Absolutely.
All right, phrasing.
You put. I mean.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. Anyway.
Well,
Well,
and Sai,
yes?
I don't know if he's already here yet, but can I thank Doorknob Head for the and Jared? I think it was Jared who told me that I needed to give Karis her lizard sex now. Doorknob had left a perfect description in the Discord server, so I'm practicing now.
Uh-huh.
So that I can give Karis full lizard sex.
All right. Well, that's good practice.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I get her headbutting down, but I'll do my best.
I'm sure we'll be updated as things progress. All right.
I think I'll pass, actually.
All right. And let's see. All right, everybody.
He's got to go watch. Doorknob Head has just got here, but he's got to go watch the dog. Which he
That
says
is
is
not a
another
euphemism.
euphemism.
Indeed. All right.
He says this. Not that he's being entirely honest there, I think, but that's okay.
All right. Well, before we're accused of dragging this out longer than necessary, we should probably announce what foolishness we're going to have first. Well,
I'm going to go smoke real fast. I will join you guys all in a couple of minutes.
All right. We'll see you then. All right. What we
Sai,
Yeah,
I
Cap.
have a question.
Number 3 first.
What's your question, Cap?
My question was, should we wait for Andy to come back to start the show? I mean, that's not stalling. That's just being polite.
You think we should be
Yeah,
polite?
Sai, how can you say which foolishness we should have first? We already had Cap.
Oh, that is true. All right.
Burn.
Hey,
All right.
how is it?
Yes.
The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. I don't know my freaking
Guys,
Franklin
it's
quotes. I got them mixed up.
You can barely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a little.
Guys.
Cap's sparkling repartee and ripostes require footnotes.
Yeah. With Cap.
Gentlemen,
Can
Cap,
you guys
Wiz
really
sound-
not hear me? If so, I'll just.
It is
out.
a tough signal.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit muffled. Wiz says you sound like a potato.
I have a tip. I have a tip for you,
Gentlemen.
Cap. when you're talking,
Cap,
when you're talking, simultaneously type it into the chat so we actually know what you're saying.
Drink.
All right, let's see what
yeah,
Squirrel has to
I
say before
can't
his head
do that,
explodes.
but I'll just bow out now then. If you guys can't hear me.
No, stick around. Stick
Stick
around.
around. Come on.
And hold on. Squirrel
All right.
apparently has something very urgent. What do you got, Squirrel?
Yeah, the chat's getting a little is getting a little restless, and somebody here is trying to stall yet more. Let's not do that. Shall we move on?
You mean all of us?
I-
All right, agreed.
You must be behind, Squirrel. The chat is now, all of them are googling lizard sex.
I
I
don't
think
know.
they might be busy for the next 15 minutes.
All right, let's get on with
So,
it. Here's
I
Put it
didn't
this
need
way,
to Google lizard sex. Just saying.
Bagels hands over money for this. He should, and he says we need to move on.
yeah, we'll do that. And Mr. Yu says, Cap, hang out, stay with us. He says, stay, Cap, stay. All right, here is the
Yeah.
first thing on our list of stupid is a wonderful little presentation. By wonderful, I mean barely tolerable. By D Marble. Yay, D Marble! Woohoo! You brought us stupid.
No.
It's called what? See, we're gonna get something out of this. Listen to this title: 100% proof. The sun circles above the flat Earth. So there's proof. He's gonna give us proof this time.
Not 85%. I mean, he's
Right.
going the whole 100.
Right. We're gonna get the
Yeah.
whole thing this time. So this ought to be a thing.
Sky,
Yeah.
I think he needs to change his title. 100% proof I'm full of shit. I
Quiet,
think that would be a more accurate title.
That might work.
quiet, you.
All
We're
right.
stalling again.
Yes, we're stalling again.
All his title makes me
Worked
think of
so
the fact-
far, hasn't it?
all the title makes me think of is that one of us probably has 100% proof on hand, actually, in order to get through with it.
Yeah.
All right.
What's number 2, Sky?
It would be 100 proof for 100%. Because
All right.
100% alcohol is 200 proof.
Shut up.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the stupid. First, let us take one final glance at our wondrous patrons. Thank you all. You guys rock. And our beer donors. Will.
Oh dear.
And on that note,
We got some people. Ranger Man 9404 says drink. Apparently he's objecting. There's some others that are objecting as well.
to D Marble.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here it should be fun then. It should be just ever so entertaining. Here it comes. 100% proof. Get ready for 100% proof. This is going to be, proof. Here it comes.
More proof that you can shake a stick at.
My name is Daryl, and I'm a realist, also known as a flat earther.
Guys, I
Basic
tried to put this
understanding of
off
flat Earth
to
comes from
remove
now.
this one. I really did.
But yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah. I was going to say the drink calls on this particular movie. Do you want to call it that?
Yeah.
I would say that shows our audience has brains.
All right. Agreed. I have no objection to that. All right. Now let's start this and actually listen to what this gentleman has to say. Because remember, he's bringing proof. So, all right, here we go.
100% at
Drink
that.
guy, use of the term gentleman referring to D Marble.
Hey, let us be charitable here. All right, here we go. Yet again. Here comes the stuff part of stuff and things. We'll be covering things later. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Daryl, and I'm a realist,
Hi, Daryl.
also known as a flat earther.
Turn up.
The basic understanding of flat Earth comes
Yeah.
from knowledge.
Yeah, I
And
can't
we
hear
know
it.
two things for sure.
All right, hold
Yeah,
on.
can you make
That
it
may be an advantage.
Yeah, that's
His proof is no good if he mumbles his proof.
this is
Is
a
Team
quiet.
Skeptic already banging his head against the wall?
I was gonna say.
I'm
You're gonna get a
sorry.
concussion at that
Stomping
rate.
around or something.
I make
Can
my
I
own
write
ice.
things on the earth if it's stationary?
All right, yes.
I make my own ice, and I'm chipping ice off the ice block so that I can continue to drink with you fellas.
You're on the South Pole. I didn't know.
Not a problem. All right, this is a quiet video
Speaking
apparently.
of banging heads, though, Sai, did you send out my oven mitt yet?
Yes. Up. Who's in now?
I don't think I've ever gotten my
Freezing.
oven mitt.
Up.
Being
Jared's
sent by
here.
Pony Express.
All right, here we go.
Just look behind you.
And everybody say hi to Jared. Hi, Jared.
Hi,
Okay.
Jared.
Hey, Jared.
Drink.
What?
Hey, Jared.
I was trying to call this from the chat because,
Yes.
well, you know what? Fuck you, Daryl. the drink call.
Yeah.
If you notice on his
Do you
screen,
really want to
he
have
put-
sex with Daryl?
No, hell no.
Hold on, let him
Jared,
go.
He put
Jared,
the
I
whole
can hear you.
hashtag. Hank,
I see you moving and I cannot hear you. You might want to turn it up a little.
I hear him.
You're getting old. Your hearing's going out.
Could be.
Yeah.
Your mind is going. I can feel it.
Is that
I mean, I
better
would
for
go-
you, Squirrel?
Yes, that's much better. Thank you.
All right, good. Now, Jared, you were saying something, and Squirrel couldn't hear you.
So the drink call. If you notice on the text, he put the hashtag FE offensive. And you know what? For once, I have to agree with the dumb fuck. Flat Earth is offensive. You should
I
stop
agree.
now.
Yeah. But I have
All
a
right.
feeling he's using it in a different context than we use it.
All
You know
right.
what? Actually, I think Mr. Unite for the Children has a comment about the D&D marble. He says it actually means drink. No, I think it actually means dumbass.
Could be either. Both seem to work.
But-
All right.
But I do have a question for Jared. Does he want to tell us how he truly feels about D Marble here?
Oh, that's just the tip of the iceberg. After I decide to get out of the hot tub, I might rejoin and explain further. But don't hold your breath. I'm kind of enjoying it out here.
All right.
I
I
don't
was
want
going
to
to
know
say,
about
why
you in
would
the
you want to
hot
get out of a
tub.
hot tub? Shit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get.
Well,
need
to be honest,
more
part of
hot-
that, to be honest, part of that is the hot tub is at 106 degrees right now. It should be at 101.
Aha.
Okay.
Well,
there,
you know,
is it?
it's kind of starting to sound like if you don't get out of the hot tub, you're a fucking idiot.
Ding.
Yep. Ding. All right.
All
How
right.
about
Time for stuff. Shall we continue?
yeah, how about we rewind this and turn
That
the
was
flip
awesome,
those
by
on,
the way.
because he was doing the whole mumble thing.
All right. Let's start it over again, and
Yeah.
let's make sure the sound is good. This is a very quiet video. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Daryl, and I'm a realist, also known as a flat earther.
Drink.
Basic understanding of flat Earth.
Drink.
Drink.
Squirrel, what?
I don't have a buzz, but drink.
All right. Well, Cap, Cap can't buzz, so we're gonna have to make allowances. Cap, what do you got?
A realist. And you're a flat earther. Do I need to say anything else?
No, that pretty
No.
much covers it. That's
No.
just plain wrong right there. And Squirrel, you have something to add to that?
Yeah.
I don't know where he gets the definition of the word realist, but it's not in any. But that's not in any dictionary I've ever seen. Holy shit! Not even wrong.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, here's more stuff.
Comes from knowledge, and we know two things for sure: that the Earth is
Oh, wait a minute. Nobody called drink on that? I'm calling drink on that.
Yeah.
Is it
I was
belief?
going to let him finish his
All right.
statement
All right.
of
You're right. You're
the
right.
Earth is flat.
We'll let it go.
He didn't even get the statement out. We know what it is, but you got to get the statement out.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
things for sure: that the Earth is flat and the Earth is stationary.
All
We know
right.
that the Earth is flat.
Drink.
Squirrel.
I'll let Squirrel take that.
All right.
We know two things for sure. How do we know this? Where is your evidence? How about this one? Citation fucking needed.
That works. And that's yes, without any supporting evidence, it is not knowledge, it is belief. So that is
And we'll get
Can
even better.
we have like a fireworks display
always-
if the guy actually says something that is original?
that would be
Hey,
good. And you know what?
there
Why
we
don't we
go.
just say we have that fireworks display because they never say anything original. We'll never have to use it.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
What are always, here we go. Here's this image here, even. What are, quote, always, that's scare quotes, lies flat. What are always, in scare quotes, finds this level. So which part of water can't curve around and stick to a spinning ball? Can't you understand? How about this one? Why can't you understand the following? Gravity, you fucking retard. Gravity. Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity!
And in addition to gravity, punctuation seems to be a bit of a challenge. All right, Team Drunkass has buzzed in.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I have. It had something to do with what he said. Oh, motionless. Yeah, he doesn't understand Newton's or was it Einstein's inertial frame of reference. Yeah.
Oh, even Galileo's frame of reference. He doesn't even that.
Yeah, none of it. He
Yeah.
doesn't understand that when two things are moving towards each other from each thing's perspective, it's at a stationary position and the other thing is moving towards it. So it kind of like just to say to
It's
yourself,
kind of
oh,
like
I
a car
see the
moving at 50 miles an hour when you're moving at 50. I recall watching this earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
It was actually a well put together video.
It seems
Thank
like
you.
the two of you are moving together at 100 miles an hour, and guess what? You are.
It doesn't matter from whatever point that you put a camera, the other one is moving at 100 miles an hour towards you. So, or
Right.
50 miles, however you want to look at it, 50, 100, whatever we use as an example. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to slur so much. But when they do come together, it from each, if you have a camera on each one, the other one looks like it's traveling at you. No matter, you could be moving at 99 miles an hour, and it could be you moving at 1 mile per hour, or you could both be moving at 50, or either one of you could be 0 and the other one could be 100. It doesn't matter. It from the perspective, from the frame of reference, it's going to feel as if you are motionless, unless you're
Indeed.
accelerating.
Quite true, and this is why that these two observed speeds from different reference frames are not additive. And so, all right, Hethgar seems to have
So
buzzed as
we
well.
have to explain this over and over and over again because these idiots never get it ever.
All
Yeah,
right,
You don't feel motion. You don't feel relative motion. You feel acceleration.
Exactly.
All right,
And
now
I can answer squirrels.
you could if it wasn't Hethgar's turn.
Okay, so I had to step away for a minute there.
Uh-huh.
And so I just want to ask, was the what we know slide commented on?
That's what we're commenting on right
That's
now.
it right now. So now would be
I
the
can't see
time.
the video.
Okay.
If you want to throw something in, now would be the time.
I probably don't have anything that wasn't already said, so.
Okay. Andy, I see you have buzzed in as well there. What do you got?
So, much to what Skeptic was saying, there's that fun thing of how perspective actually functions, and how if you see something moving at you at a rate of speed, whether you are able to determine that rate of speed or not, it's very similar to if you're sitting down and club yourself in the hand with a hammer.
Okay.
I know that sounds generic, but quite honestly, if these flat earthers want to continue to use perspective as their holy book word, did the hammer hit my hand or did I punch the hammer really hard? It's all a matter of perspective. And as far as I'm concerned, every single one of these people has punched a hammer or headbutted a hammer, and that's just where I'm going to leave it.
All right, that is indeed. All right.
I think it's a matter of headbutting the hammer, actually, or more appropriately, running into a brick wall and the hammer following them up.
Could very well be. All right, Team Drunkass, you buzzed in again. Was that intentional?
Yeah. Before.
Go ahead.
I've officially been challenged by Mr. Unite for the Children in the chat
Uh-oh.
to say this phrase. Now, I've totally not been practicing this in my head since I saw it, so give me 1 second. But here it goes.
Okay.
Silly Sally sold flat earth seashells by the seashore. Oh, did I hit it?
Got it. Nailed it.
Team Skeptic 1, Mr. Unite for the Children 0.
I named you Navy Dude. All right. Let us continue with the stupid. Here it comes.
Oh, I had one
yes.
thing to add.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I had a buzzer. Wanted to answer Squirrel's question of, their citation. It's the Bible. Almost always is.
But my holy book.
Well, do we actually know the perspective this jerk is coming from?
We're going to find out.
Is he a creationist?
I would guess about 99% of flat earthers are usually Christian of some
I'd
kind,
agree,
or
but
follow
still,
some holy book like that. So I'm playing the odds here, and they're in my favor. And the other point,
I know that. Again, citation needed. I want to see. I actually want to see peer-reviewed evidence or peer-reviewed papers and shit on this, because how does he know?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
How
much time do you have?
Story. That's something completely different.
The two citations you'll ever get from flat earthers are the Bible and personal experience.
Indeed.
Neither of and both of them are anecdotal at best. So let's try. So that's always the argument. Where are your citations?
All right. And Harry had a
call.
Go ahead.
And I was going to say on. Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was also going to point out when he said the two things we know are backwards. We know the Earth is a globe, and we can prove it through geometry, photographs, and other means of verifiable evidence. And the Earth moves around the sun, and we can also demonstrate this as well.
Indeed. And look, Harry in the chat has a drink call. Everybody have a drink. He says drink level does not mean flat. So
true.
Duly augmented. Yep. Very good. And that's not even wrong because it's talking about two different things. Okay. And here comes more stuff. More stuff.
That's why the phrase flat and level exists.
Yes.
Because they're not the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Andy, did you buzz again? Did you have something to add? Or was that an accidental buzz? Or did you fall asleep?
Andy may have been raptured. He was going to go smoke, so perhaps it is his fumes just hitting the button by mistake.
Could be. All right. We'll see next time around if he's back. Okay, here comes the stupid, and we're sorry.
Because most of the surface of the Earth is covered in water. That water always seeks and finds its level. And that water,
that's
while
how we
continuing at
Earth.
Okay, that was one call from the buzzerless. Cap, what do you got?
Yeah, finding its level. Yes, it does that. But I'm going to go with asked and answered and a logical fallacy of a false equivalency for level and flat being the same.
That works. And very nice. Squirrel, what have you to add?
Somebody doesn't get the idea of optics because by the nature of the beast, your eye itself is a fisheye lens, and your brain is wired to work it out to what it actually looks like.
Indeed.
So it's because we all evolved from fish-like critters.
Of course.
Without exception.
By definition, we have a fisheye lens.
And you are also, I might add, apes. All of you, right now.
Indeed. I agree.
I'm not an ape. I'm a human.
Oh, that makes sense.
Throw poo.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Hethgar, what do you got?
Two things now, I guess.
Okay.
One of them is, I forget where I saw this, but I saw it earlier today. And that was somebody suggested that a better way to explain water's behavior, rather than always seeking its level, it always seeks the lowest state of energy possible.
And there are those who would not.
Now you're not
going
to try to put some of that sciencey, mathematical stuff on us, are you?
There are those who would not know what the hell that means. So
it's almost like entropy's involved.
Exactly. That was the argument too. Is that's what the laws of thermodynamics are.
But how can that prove entropy? We all know entropy is only used, with the biologists, with evolution. Mm-hmm. We all know that evolution can't be real because of entropy, right?
Well, and the other argument with that one too is that entropy means disorder, which isn't true.
Oh yeah, that too.
Right.
Well, remember, the creationists really flat earthers do a good job of bringing disorder to the world.
Quite true.
Well, that's beside the point.
All right. Andy, I see you have something to
add. I pretty much already said it with the entropy statement.
That works. All right. Hill has joined. Oh, no, Hill hasn't buzzed. He just joined. As Andy Squirrel, what do you got?
The one thing you have to understand about water, it is actually a fluid. And as a result, it is completely and utterly plastic to its environment. It will find all the nooks and crannies, and then it will look like it was designed to do that, when in fact it's just doing what it does. I mean, I could throw rocks into a shot glass all day, and the only way I'm going to actually find one that fits exactly is if I make one from the shot glass itself. However, I can pour all the booze I want into this shot glass, and it will always exactly fit the glass.
Indeed. And
unless you
Squirrel,
overfill it.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, I have to disagree with you because you now talked about water and a shot glass all in one. So if water is a fluid, what the hell was Team Skeptic hammering?
All
My
right.
head.
I was thinking of something completely different, but I'm pretty sure that's all covered now, and we can move forward.
Indeed, and I was just worried
Yeah.
that the little tiny part about the having to shape the rock to fit the glass. I'm wondering if that's going to be quote mine for intelligent design at some point in the
Oh, it
future.
probably will at some point. Assuming
Oh,
anybody
that's
actually-
always.
Assuming that any of those people actually work it,
Hmm.
they have to watch.
Yeah.
They have to watch what we're doing to be able to do that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and the thing is,
yes.
I was gonna say most ideas use that argument already about, oh well, see, rocks don't. I've seen them use that. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I was going to say
So-
there is already an argument similar to that from the ancient aliens crowd. Some wall somewhere that's built from rocks.
Yes, indeed.
And Squirrel, for the record, I have now.
I stole that argument from Thunderfoot.
Yeah, I was thinking instead of a Thunderfoot argument.
It is. It's a
Squirrel.
Thunderfoot argument. It's still accurate though. So I'll
Oh
give
yeah.
it that.
Oh yeah.
Squirrel, I have now due to this particular show, I have now subscribed to Peter and Pete's channel, and I am officially going to inform them that water is plastic and see what happens.
Oh, that's going to be great. All right.
Hey, Peter,
Be sure to recycle your plastic water.
Yes, a Team
can
Drunkass
you
has buzzed.
CC me on that? Can you CC me on everything that they say?
I just
Please?
want to toss something out there real quick for anybody that's going to watch this in the future and for anyone that's in the chat right now.
Okay, toss.
I have been running Universe Sandbox since this entire stream started. I'm going to toss a challenge out there, and I personally will send an optical set that you can build a telescope from to anyone who is able to sit down and calculate the angular distance Neptune travels throughout this hangout.
Oh my. That's interesting. All right.
I will personally toss an 80mm doublet optical set for anybody interested in building their own telescope. If you can tell me how far angularly Neptune will move, and you're going to have to leave it in the comments after, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to say
throughout this show.
We won't know how far. How many digits do you want?
Bells. It's not very far.
I wanted to respond to you, Andy.
It's a very small
if
number.
you can go to 1/10 of a degree, you win.
Well,
Andy, I
that
wanted
shouldn't
to
be in the.
respond
That
to
shouldn't.
you, but and you said you have to leave it in the comments. Jared Pluto already beat me to it in the side chat. Maybe Sai wants to.
Oh
read it.
yes, degrees or radians. I want degrees, not.
No. One comment earlier.
Oh.
That Andy wants to tell
Challenge expected.
All right. Well, actually, if the answers to that are in the comments after the first one, see, we'll be. I don't think it should be in the comments because if your answer is put in the comments, we're going to be dipping into that scholarship fund we're making because all it takes is
have
one
everybody
person.
send their answers to me, and I'll pick the best one and submit it as my own.
All right.
That's the spirit.
Email your
Challenge
answers.
accepted.
Be president.
That means you're passing on it, right?
All right.
Like I say, I will give a 80mm doublet set to anyone who's able to actually get this one.
All right, how about this?
think
Let's make it clear then, just for legal reasons, in case the snide comment lawyer drops by, because he's very good with this
Indeed,
sort of
snide
thing.
comment lawyer does happen to drop in from time to time.
Let's make it clear that Andy is saying one of these items. Is that accurate, Andy?
Yes.
I
I will only have one doublet as whoever is the most accurate and able, and this is why I say obviously will have to take place at the end of the show, because
Who knows how long it's going?
It's going to cover the
I'm
entire
gonna win that.
arc length. Yes. So
Gotcha. All right. So one
Luigi
said.
wants to know if we can measure it in jiffies.
You know what? Is Hill still around? Maybe
That's a measure of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, is
Amount of
Hill
time it takes light to go across the nucleus of a hydrogen atom, isn't it?
yeah, is
10
Hill
to the
still
minus
here? Because
43rd seconds.
maybe we should give the distance screw it. Joke's old now. Anyway, all right. One of these items, and it'll be
from
to
the Earth frame reference
Mhm.
as being the origin.
All right.
The angular movement of Neptune.
you're
And why
not-
do you
you're
choose
not
Neptune
including-
instead of the next planet?
You're not including the Earth's rotation, correct? You're including just the orbit in relation to the sun.
Indeed, I mean, so what I'm stating is that the orbit of Neptune as Earth being a zero frame of reference. So, regardless as to the amount of space that we travel through.
So you're looking
what will
for its
be
apparent motion in the
our
night sky.
apparent,
Right.
yes, our apparent
It's apparent motion
visual
from Earth.
movement.
Got it.
Okay.
And it will be one of these items sent to the first most accurate answer. If there's more than one, the first most accurate answer. There, I think.
I'm
Indeed.
taking it to
And
6
yes, this has taken multiple people because we have all been drinking, myself included.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
All right. And you know,
That's the best way.
quite a while ago, Team Drunk Ass buzzed in. Was there something you did not cover yet, sir?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Absolutely. We have not covered it.
Go ahead.
The argument that water doesn't bend is a pretty illogical argument. When you look at water as a molecule, it's actually bent, if you look at it in a particular way. Water itself as a whole is made of a bunch of water molecules which are free from each other. So there's no such thing as water bending or not bending because it's one molecule at a time. And if you actually draw out the vector of gravity towards the center of the Earth, water doesn't bend. It actually conforms to the shape of the Earth, and that's just what it does.
On the other hand, if you look at Avatar: The Last Airbender, there's all kinds of water benders.
Now you can bend water poured out of a hose. Just watch it arc down according to the Newton's laws of gravity and motion. So it'll
I think
actually
that's
have
some
a very
CGI though, isn't it?
Wait,
Hey,
I was going to apply
so-
to their intelligence and just ask if water doesn't bend. Have a look at your faucet and tell me how water comes out of it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, here this'll entertain all of you. You ready for this? We're 25 seconds in.
Yes.
We made it.
25 whole seconds. All right.
Since we started on Saturday, we should be done by Friday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 2 minutes per second. Good job, Sai.
All
Way to
right.
moderate.
Here we go. More stuff and things. And
Actually, considering we didn't start the video right away, it's just a little bit.
If we do a good job, we could be finished just before the next show starts.
Indeed.
Let's
All right.
go.
Well, let's get on with it then. Here we go. More stuff.
Rest always has a surface that is completely flat. We know that the Earth is stationary based on our day-to-day experience of living on a motionless plane.
Drink.
These two.
Drink.
All right. I heard.
Drink.
I heard our call-in man on the street. Cap, what do you got?
Personal experience is not evidence, you idiots.
Okay.
You have to
All
put
right.
your finger. Is that a bell?
What?
Did I hear a dinger?
I didn't.
Ding.
There's a ding
Okay.
when we augment the drink counter. Maybe that was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, man. Like I swear to God, I thought I was hearing shit, man. I was like, did God ding me?
God is dinging you.
That was
That's.
fucking
Hey,
right.
Turkey's done.
Holy crap.
I think we have a new
Skeptic.
euphemism.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Anyway.
better for God to ding you than to give you the D.
Right.
Wait. Damn it. I'm too slow on the crickets. All right. Tell you what. After Cap talks, leave a little gap so I have time to react.
Cricket.
Damn drinks. Okay. Squirrel is next on the list. Squirrel, what do you have to add, sir?
Oh. Gift off,
Yes.
he says this goes back to the whole what we know slide that we have in front of us right now.
Uh-huh.
You have given us no evidence that the Earth is flat aside from the fact that water looks flat from your height of 6 feet. and
Yes.
at roughly at eye level at the horizon. There shouldn't be a horizon if you were actually if the Earth was actually flat. Matter of fact, there would not be a horizon. Okay. First off, your day, and then next, your day-to-day experience is absolutely freaking irrelevant because you have no idea about inertial frames of reference, so on, so on, and so forth. Otherwise, asked and answered. Click. Piece it.
All right, stop with the clicks. We're not doing clicks. Clicks are annoying.
Click.
All right.
Click.
Anyway.
I was the only one to ask.
Oh, for God's sake. All right. Give me a second. I put that away somewhere far away so we wouldn't be here. Here's the damn click. You don't know Jack. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Because
and,
Harry M actually requested the click originally, so there you go.
All right,
There's
good enough. Team Drunk Ass has something to add. Please go ahead.
I thought I did, but there was something he said that was stupid as fuck, and I forgot. Boot cap.
Boot cap? That's
boot plus 1785 star 5.
Actually, we have Jared in the chat saying click cap. Although I think it's Heathcar's turn.
All right, Heathcar, you're up. What do you have?
A minor extension on what Squirrel was just talking about is that the water always appears flat from your perspective because you are seeing less than 1 degree of the Earth's curvature. No matter, even if you're sitting in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see as far as absolutely possible with no interruption, which I have done.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing less than 1 degree of the Earth's curvature. Do you really expect to be able to actually visually perceive that?
I'm thinking of the proof that basketballs are flat meme that we've seen flying around.
Well,
something like that. Yeah.
The other side of that is that 1 degree of arc is actually the natural resolution of the human eye.
Interesting.
Right. And one other thing to add, the Einstein quote that he showed. One, I'm not entirely sure that that's actually an Einstein quote, but I'll leave that as it is.
Will you rewind it back just 2 seconds? It's right there.
All right.
So
let's get back to there.
That's what I originally wanted to.
There we go.
If you wanted to take it, Team Skeptic, I'll give it to you.
No. Go ahead. I'm drunk. Go ahead.
Go
ahead. I've already buzzed in. I'm right after you. So go ahead. I'll just fill in whatever you don't.
So, one, I'm not necessarily convinced that is actually an Einstein quote, but I'll leave that lie. I don't care. The other part is it specifically says optical experiment.
Yes.
Which there are a lot of other kinds of experiments you can do, even if you rule out optical ones.
Quite true. All right.
I'm with Abraham Lincoln on this one. All internet quotes are unreliable.
Okay. And Team Drunkass, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and touch on what he just said because it was a part of what I was originally going to say about the inertial frame of reference. This is exactly this. I believe this quote is actually from Einstein, but it's not to say that there's no possible way for us to detect it with any optical experiment. What he's doing is he's given a precursor to special relativity and saying that no matter how fast you go, light will appear to you to travel at the speed of light. Your frame of reference will never be added to the speed of light. So all it does is it slows time down for you, it slows time down relatively for you because, and that's really hard. I don't want to get into that while I'm drunk, but it keeps you from being able to detect your speed with light. You cannot detect your speed with light because light will always move at the speed of light regardless of what you're doing.
Indeed.
And that's what he was saying with this quote right here.
Yeah, that's actually a tough one for people to wrap their minds around. that nothing again with the speed of light, it's not, or C, I think it's not additive. You can't have two things moving at the speed of light and it'll be faster than the
Right.
speed of light. That's kind of non-intuitive. But anyway, I see Squirrel
Well,
is buzzed in.
it's almost like there's a theorem that's built around that.
Almost.
You know?
Yeah, the theory of
Another
special
theorem.
relativity.
It is
I
almost
think
like
I've been
that.
called on. Have I been called on? I think I was called on.
Yes, you were, Squirrel. Go right ahead.
All right. So Einstein did say this in 1922. However, it is not the entire quote. It says though the rest of it was though the Earth is revolving around the sun. That's the part they're leaving off in this meme. Einstein did in fact say this. I went and I looked it up.
Aha. Righty.
It's actually the quote mine actually comes from Dr. Genesis' little movie, The Principle.
Aha.
Another thing to point out is he also clearly states, "I have come to believe."
Yes, which is a completely different issue. It's actually is an argument from authority. He's using a quote mine of Einstein, who is the authority, to make a point that no one actually intended to make. So that's two logical fallacies all at the same time, and
That's right.
still not even wrong.
That is
because the
two.
Columbia Math Department swears that it's not even wrong.
So tying this to the flat Earth, this is why this quote comes from almost the exact same time as the Michelson-Morley experiment, and that's what he used to explain why they got a null hypothesis, why they got a null result.
Well, they got a null result. Yeah.
For clarity, that's the one that was trying to detect aether, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yes, it detects. It's out there. The experiment is designed to detect a luminiferous ether, and there is no luminiferous ether. There's never been proof of that. There's only been speculation. In fact, so that we get it to be perfectly correct, actually Einstein references a ether frame of reference, okay, because he wasn't understanding completely about the nature of light at one time. So he offers a ether frame of reference to give rise to the propagation of light through a vacuum, even though there's no ether in existence, because his equations, with or without his predictions of the luminiferous ether or the ether frame of reference, they work regardless, and they still give you the same predictive value. So because he had it in his equation, but the Michelson-Morley experiment for sure 100% showed that there is no such thing as a luminiferous ether. That's what the ultimate result of that experiment was. Because
you also had what's commonly referred to in geocentric circles as Airy's failure. He too achieved a null result looking for motion from the aether, and it did not work.
Right.
So,
and Einstein's theory of special relativity explains both of those phenomenons without any need for movement of an Earth or the existence of a ether. Or I'm sorry, non-movement of an Earth or the existence of an ether.
Yeah, both of those are repeatedly misused to say that they were evidence of a non-moving Earth, as opposed to what the actual results were that you just described. So.
Okay. I gotta get this quote, and I'll just buzz here.
Go ahead.
Kevin speaks. Y'all gotta warn me before you drop an actual knowledge bomb. It's like driving along Highway Stupid fifth and then shoving it into reverse.
That's okay. Okay, somebody throw that in quotes. Somebody throw that in quotes on the Discord server. That's great. Heathcar, what do you got?
I got you. I got you already.
Okay. Heathcar, you have something to add?
Yeah, just that this would have been a much better quote mine if they had cut off the "I have come to believe" that part and just started at the motion of the Earth.
Yeah, they don't.
It would have been a much more effective quote mine.
They're flatards. They would have forgot to capitalize the T.
Well, we saw his trouble with punctuation earlier.
Actually, you would have wanted to start that sentence with "the," and you would have had, and you want to remove the word "optical."
And I didn't know Albert Einstein always wrote his own name in tiny little letters under anything he wrote on a chalkboard.
He was a very neat capitalizer.
Indeed.
Very neat handwriting, just in general.
Rasmussen
Companionship
has
was
a
always his favor, and combing his hair wasn't.
Everybody misunderstands the significance of this picture. He actually can write without looking at the chalkboard, guys.
But that
I was gonna
observe.
say, is he literally black and white then?
yes.
Yes.
Well, everybody was back in those days. Haven't you watched
Color
old
did not
television?
exist until
Color
about
didn't
the
exist
40s.
until like 1945.
Right, that's when it was invented after that.
I can vouch for that because I made my own avatar and I colorized it.
Okay. Bo Hobel Rasmussen also has another quote in the chat. Ether does exist. I have some in a pressurized can in my basement. It's great for starting old stubborn motors.
Indeed.
That's why I said aether, not ether.
Indeed.
There's a difference.
Quite true. All right. And let us now move on with the stupid. 33 whole seconds in.
Does Bo use that for dating? Oh, sorry.
All right. Let's
Boat don't
try
date.
to move beyond 33 seconds. Here we go.
On a motionless plane. These two things we know for sure. One of the more widely accepted models of the flat Earth is the azimuthal equidistant projection, or the AE map. One of my go-to examples for how this all works was a model that Rob Skeevel put together showing the sun and moon making a clockwise circuit over the face of the AE map.
Greg,
All righty. Squirrel, what do you got?
we got two problems here.
Only
Number
two?
one, only two. Yeah, no. First off, I like it. I love his disclaimer. It's not supposed to represent exact motions, but the sun never comes as far north as Florida in a real model, like ever. And I don't know where he thinks he's going. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows what he's doing as far as winter, because that's way the hell down there. The Tropic of Cancer is too far north, at least from according to his little demonstration here. And the Tropic of Cancer way too far, and the Tropic of Capricorn way too far south. I mean, where did this guy get his shit?
I copied a meme, maybe.
Maybe he was going for more of the middle of the areas than the edges of the areas.
Well, considering he's got these things too far north and south, he can't have been doing that.
Okay.
So Brian Stevens is calling not even right on me, and that would be not even wrong, sir. But then this whole then of course the fun part, he claims that this is actually a model. A model has predictive value in the sort of creature you're talking about, and for some unknown reason, this model won't work. It doesn't explain all of the extant data, including images shown from Earth taken every few minutes or even every few seconds.
Or like about anybody's telescope, like anywhere.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, you got to look at it. Observations from Tasmania, Chile, and South Africa. If you point due south, which you absolutely must if you're going to do it like that, then you wind up looking at the same stars every time, and they're all in the same positions. But if you look at their azimuthal equidistant map, the AE map he called it, they'd be looking at a completely different star field in every direction. Do the same stars exist in at every point on that end? I'd like to know.
All right.
Explain the one that they like to do from the other end of the globe.
All right. Let's see. Everybody has something to add. Team Drunkass, what do you got?
Yeah, this model does not comport to reality.
Like, duh.
Okay.
The equinox sucks on this map because there is no straight line for the equator. There's no southern rotational star. The sun and moon would never form an eclipse shadow that we see on the Earth. I mean, I could go on for fucking days with this idiotic shit.
There's a bit of a list, isn't there?
There is. And the sun doesn't move faster when it's in the fucking southern hemisphere. So flat earthers fucking eat shit and you're an idiot.
There you go.
Actually, that's a thing. How does the sun accelerate and decelerate? Something that large
Dude,
would
I'm
have
fucking.
a real hard time with that.
And,
The amount of energy required for that sort of nonsense would be fantastic.
quite true. And still, you're
Not
asking
the
for
Earth, the energy expended.
Squirrel. You're asking for the complicated things. We haven't gotten an explanation yet for what keeps them going in a circle. Because as we've mentioned before, objects do not enjoy moving in anything but straight lines, and no one has given us any reason why these two objects would be moving in a circle. So
Yep.
you're asking for the
None.
complicated stuff now.
Then you do explain a centripetal force there, and
Yep.
they fail to do that.
Indeed.
Well,
Actually, somebody did.
of course.
Somebody did in the. I got into a comment back and forth with somebody on one of the videos a long time ago, and it
Yeah,
was
they have,
the
they
answer
have to
was
evolve into Space Hammerman.
the answer. Believe it or not, that I got was they follow, and nobody fall off your chairs, please. They follow electromagnetic tracks. That just,
Oh yeah, I
It's like
remember hearing that about
it's
that.
like the monorail at Disneyland.
yeah, and it's like
Wow.
that's a great
Oh.
answer. You might as well use one of, you know how when RJ's in the mood to make up an imaginary word, you might as well use one of those, because
Yeah.
what they've said something, but it says nothing.
Zippo
But anyway, all right. I see Hefcar has something to add to this little cluster as
Not
well.
even wrong.
What do you got,
A couple
Hefcar?
of things.
Go ahead.
One, just to add on what was already said, although some of them can at least try to explain solar eclipses
Mhm.
when they don't insist that the sun and the moon are always 180 degrees apart from each other, there is no possible way to explain a lunar eclipse on this map,
Mm-hmm.
on this model.
Yep.
The other, and I might have gotten those two terms switched around. I do that all the time. Whatever. The one where the shadow's on the moon from the Earth. Anyway, there's no possible way to explain that on this model.
Indeed.
The other thing I want to point out is I will give them a little bit of credit for their disclaimer. The problem is I've never seen a model that is meant to illustrate the exact movements, at least not one that actually
matches
comports with
reality.
reality, matches reality.
Indeed. And the fact that they put that in there is, I mean, you're right. It is. Honesty is a good thing and should be commended. But I mean, just look at it comparatively. This is a model that states that this doesn't tell you what happens in reality. We can provide a model that does tell you exactly what happens in reality. So
And
just
it's relatively simple to throw together a quick one anyway.
yeah, just okay. Don't let Peter hear you say that. The thing is, just based on that, that's a win. Compare the two models. One doesn't tell you dick. The other one tells you how things are gonna happen in the future. Looks like a win to me. But
and for the record side, that wasn't me who shouldn't hear that. That should be Carrier who shouldn't hear that.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. And I notice that RJ has buzzed in. Bring us your wisdom, RJ.
Oh, well, a variety of things. Certainly, we've got Bagel suggesting it should be the maglev in the sky, and Crypto prefers the Invisirail. We've got several terms on that one. I must agree with Pleiades about the amount of motion of Neptune. That's the ballpark figure I come up with as well. But on the map that I'm seeing, I'm assuming he's not arguing that it's daylight all over the Earth perpetually, right?
No, but
So there got to be like a night somewhere. I assume because the solar light bulb dims at some attenuated distance due to succussion or vibronauts or some such phenomenon.
Can I answer that?
They usually go with a spotlight.
But the problem
sun.
is that if you draw a big circle around the sun, so maybe like Australia would be in the darky part, that means that all of South America would be in the daylighty part. And I think we know from like the actual observations of things like in the southern hemisphere that doesn't match up.
Yeah, quite true. And all right, well that's let's see, what else have we? Squirrel seems to have buzzed. Squirrel, what do you got?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. There's two things here. Number one, they try to explain the day and night by The sun being in essence a spotlight that only shines on half of it at a time.
Yes.
But the flip side of that is we also get the same claim that the moon and the sun are approximately the same size and are moving around in the same orbit. So one of two things has to happen. Either the moon needs to be accelerating at the same rate as the sun, and they must be 180 degrees out, or the moon moves at the same rate at all times, but then the sun is the thing that is accelerating or decelerating. So what we have here is one of two instances. One, the moon will never be seen during the daylight, which is bullshit because I've seen that happen.
You
Or
lie.
anytime that there is a solar eclipse, the moon would be destroyed by the sun. One or the other of these things is correct.
It's eaten by the sky dragon.
Yes.
And one or the other of these things would have to be correct on a flat Earth, and neither of them is.
Indeed. All right.
Well, remember too that they also
The sun doesn't set at the same time the moon rises. It doesn't work.
remember too that they also think that, not that it makes much of a difference in this case, but they also think that the sun and the moon are significantly smaller than they actually are.
Yeah, well, that's entirely besides the point. If you've got two objects in the same orbit that are traveling or very close orbits that are traveling at different speeds, the chances of a collision are incredibly high, and you wouldn't need much.
Yeah,
Even just a few meters lower, from the center point, and the moon would eventually catch up to the sun, hit it, and then not exist anymore.
Nope. Waters above the firmament would take care of that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right.
All right. And
No, it's just a whole new moon at that point because they'd have to. Because after the last solar eclipse, we still have a moon. No.
what? No, nobody saw Doctor Who
All
kill the
CGI.
moon? No, nobody saw Doctor Who kill the moon? Come on now. Anyway, Team Drunkass, you have something to add?
Yeah, the what RJ said about why they don't see the sun. There's been three popular reasons why. Number one is, of course, their favorite one, perspective. And refraction. When you have refraction bending light down, they say, "Oh, we can't see the fucking sun because you're a fucking idiot." And then and then two, they talk about, of course, they reference the ether, and there are models out there that have an ether that prevents the sun from shining certain distances, that pushes the sunlight away, and blah blah blah. Nothing fucking even possibly fucking predictable.
Moonlight is shy.
Yeah, it kind of goes along with the whole moonlight is its own fucking light source, blah 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 bullshit. And then the third thing I've said, and the most ridiculous thing, and I've never brought this up before because it's so fucking stupid, is they think light gets fucking tired.
I've noticed
dead
that. Sometimes I can
fucking
hear the
serious.
light waves just wheezing to get across my living room.
So
They
that's
get
okay,
tired.
team.
Keyboard
okay,
and
team.
monitor. Holy shit.
I saw, and I wish I could remember how he explained this, but I saw a guy once that said that light actually travels in parabolas, and that's why we see things disappear over the horizon from the bottom up.
What?
I see.
Okay, that's all of
Share it to me if you
The
find it.
boomerang theory of optics. Okay.
Yes.
Holy shit.
All right.
Okay.
And
Anyway,
what do you got, Squirrel?
yeah, Doorknob had a minute ago in response to my ranting on about the motion of the moon and sun in this sort of a model.
Yes.
He said the moon would hit the sun and have little sun and moon babies.
Wait, who said? Wait, there was one that kind of flew by. I forget what it said. Something about the sun. I'd hit that.
Would that be a meteor shower or a baby shower?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, that's a good question.
It's certainly lunacy.
Powers to work on a flat Earth because they would be visible from everywhere, and they never are.
All right. It looks like we wrapped that up, and seeing as we've almost made it a
Is
minute
any
into
is any
this,
of their speculation any more reasonable than the Helios sun chariot that Apollo used to ride?
oh, my hand is
Yeah,
up. My hand is up. Pick me. Pick me. Pick me, RJ.
Okay, yes,
No.
Okay, I kind of thought so.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna since I'm the one that originally buzzed for this select, I'm gonna go with not even wrong.
You know, I could go with that. Just because of
Somehow,
the
not even wrong seems a popular category for anything that's flat Earth.
yeah, it does seem that way. There we go.
Wonder why that might be.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Total
meteorites
lack
are
of understanding
miscarriages,
of
according to
fucking
crypto. Yeah,
scientific-
let's not get my pence in on that one.
All right, let's move on with the
They
stupid.
still don't understand the difference between the regular use of theory and scientific theory.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, it's a long list of things they don't quite get right.
I like
Well-
Mr. Unite for the children. Little sun and moon babies. So does that mean a meteor shower is a big atmospheric bukake?
Okay. And on that
Right.
note,
And a flat Earth face.
all right, let's have some more stuff and things here. Here we go.
I've even used it in a video or two. But towards the end of last year, there was a great deal of contention in the community because some guy was running around screaming at everyone that the sun couldn't possibly be making a clockwise circuit, even going so far as to attacking those of us who didn't publicly denounce the AE map. But I had seen a time lapse of the sun seeming to do just that. The sun seemed to be making a clockwise circuit around the North Pole. And
Let it
someone
finish first.
took a video of the sun doing just that.
Jackass.
Could that have been faked? I needed to find out for myself. So I decided
All right, it's okay to yell drink now.
Frank,
All right, Squirrel, you go right ahead.
finish the everybody here. Just finish the freaking bottle right now.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying.
It went so he went on so bad. Yes, of course that guy was denouncing the AE model because it doesn't work. Not that his model was any better, but if you he was going and even worse, he actually lived somewhere near me. No, evil.
He was heading to Alaska after all.
Well, he's coming, but if he's coming out of SeaTac, chances are he lives somewhere right nearby, because there are actually international airports elsewhere in the state. And if he was living in Oregon, then he wouldn't come to SeaTac.
Unless he was waiting for a connecting flight from Cloud Cuckoo Land, where he came
doesn't
in
fly.
from.
Indeed.
He drives in a van.
Okay, and
I would say there's some potential that he went to an airport that's actually not near his actual home to kind of protect his identity a little bit.
Says he's from Tacoma.
He
No,
says
I
he's from
think
Tacoma.
All
He's a
right.
shill. He's faking this.
All right.
No,
Now,
that is just plain wrong.
okay,
He
to
shouldn't
get
live
through this,
anywhere near
we're at a minute and a half in. To get through this, let us exercise brevity from this point forward. All right.
Let's
Carry on.
Jump 10 minutes.
Now, next up, Team Drunk Ass had something to add in here.
Yeah, and in the interest of brevity, I'll just say, D Marble, you're a fucking idiot.
Well said. All right, Hill, what do you got?
Mainly just that. I'm sorry, but a 24-hour, or even not, but a video that shoots the sun going around in a circle. It does not prove that the Earth is flat. EMAP is the correct one. There's such a thing
Indeed.
as those 24-hour days or nights.
Yeah.
It provided you're at the right latitude.
Quite true. And Hethkar, and then I'll go after Hethkar unless he carries. Hethkar, you're up.
I'll make this one. I'll make it quick. And I'm just going to point out that what that video showed was not circles. It was what was the term? Epicycles? the spirograph thing.
Okay.
Epicycles, yeah.
All right. The only thing I wanted to throw
a neat circle like he was trying to claim it was.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I wanted to throw in was that he's using that video as evidence, right? Is that not the same video that the other flat earthers have indicated is obviously a fake because the sun doesn't do that at the poles?
Well, once you understand that A and not A are simultaneously true and false for them, it simplifies this enormously.
You know, that
Yeah.
I was not considering that. Thank you. That helps. All right, Jared.
Government says he's having a staring contest with the pug. My money's on the pug. I agree. My money's on the pug too. And this guy lives 20 minutes from me. Seriously, I'm gonna.
did-
I
Squirrel,
can't do.
squirrel. Jared lets you
Yeah.
know that he lives in a van down by the river at the southern end of Puget Sound.
This would be Puget Sound there, yeah.
All
Or in
right.
this case, it could just be Puget.
Yes, it could be.
That would be huge sound, and I don't think rivers are, and rivers aren't really a thing here. They're not.
All right. Anyway, let us continue with the stupid. Isn't this fun? All right, here we
Ooh,
go.
Crypto says he swears his beard is alive and is trying to absorb his face.
All right, here we go.
Doorknob head. Sinusoidals, as in
It's not
here's the sign.
Oh, Mr. Hughes got it. It's pug at sound. Okay, that's what it is.
Oh, bravo!
Nicely done. All right, here we go. Stuff.
Take a trip to Alaska during summer solstice, being that that's the time where the sun will supposedly be circling closest to the North Pole.
Fly to Alaska, you
So I
little
bought a new
runt.
camera, bought spare batteries for that camera, extra memory cards, and a swivel
Is
mount
this a
so I could put my own
P900?
time lapse.
Drink.
Fortunately,
We have a drink call. Squirrel, what do you got?
The
crap.
answer to RJ's question, yes, indeed, that is a P900.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Wait a minute. How is that a
I
drink
forgot to
call?
refill my drink. I'll be back.
How was that a drink call telling him it was a P900?
Because I was just about to make note of that myself anyway.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
I have learned the ropes here. That is the only camera that is allowed to be used to photograph anything of scientific value.
Yes, that is a truth detector. And as you all know, shortly after I bought one, so we could have a truth detector too, they announced the P1000. Have the flat earthers said anything about that camera yet? I wonder if
How
I
much
hope-
truth have you detected with your P900?
about the same amount of truth as we all talked about in the past.
Oh, okay. It's kind
See-
of standard, isn't it? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I've tried to detect truth with it, but the lens is round, so it can only get you so far.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
to be
indeed.
perfectly honest with you, they're still stuck. They still seem to be stuck on the P900.
Yeah, that would okay, good because we have that.
Well, yeah, good. I don't want to have to go get another truth detector.
No, we want to spend more loot. We've been burning through it pretty quick.
We spend loot on things we want to buy, like booze for this,
Yes.
or other.
Yes. All righty. Let's see. Oh, RJ, you have buzzed. What have you, sir?
Terry says the P900 flat earthers are out of date. They need to upgrade to P1000. I was just going to notice they also need to upgrade to least first century BC cosmology.
I was going to say the third grade.
Actually, no, because in the first century BC, they'd already met in the first century BCE. They'd actually already managed to prove more than 100 years previously that.
Yeah, that's why I thought it. And we'll let Galileo and that little crowd go in the upgrades that they can get later on.
Yeah, no, was it Aristophanes? I think
Aristophanes or Eratosthenes, something like that.
was the one that actually did
Those Greek guys.
It was actually round.
Indeed.
He had a slave that walked an awful long distance to measure all this crap out, and then he did his little calculation and said, "Aha! I've measured this thing of the Earth."
Indeed.
I was right. It was Eratosthenes. But
It's kind
yeah,
of hard to say there. It's got too many T's and S's and THs and stuff.
Yeah,
My
agreed.
hero.
Hey, Jeremy has in the chat. Jeremy has a comment for Jaredism. P900, open your camera. There's truth inside. All right. Here's more stuff.
There would be lenses and like little zoom detectors, but okay, I suppose.
Indeed. And all right, here we go. Stuff.
I was able to call in a favor to a friend in Alaska, and he was by my side for the whole trip. The plan would be to travel to multiple vantage points with minimal obstruction, so he could track the sun's movements in the sky.
With
Get a
minimal
time-lapse of the sun
destruction, they
making
were
its
planning
circuit,
on destroying sections
and take
of
hourly
Alaska
pictures
Yeah,
showing the sun's
it
position in the
actually
sky.
said obstruction.
Oh,
First
okay.
place we would go.
Okay.
Above 60 degrees north latitude, he's not going to see the 24-hour sun at all.
All right. That's okay. Here we go.
Go-to was called Murphy's Dome, and we would use that tower in the background as a reference point to track the sun's movement. So that was where I'd set up the P900 for a time-lapse. Now, to take these pictures from my phone, I downloaded an advanced photography app. This thing would show your time, date, elevation, grid coordinates, and most importantly, azimuth. So if you do a 360, it's going to show you on screen your degrees and the position that you're facing. Very important for this project, as you can see here.
Now have someone in the southern hemisphere do that simultaneously and see if you can explain it.
And if he's going to do any
just a quick
explaining,
drink.
go ahead, Hill.
Yeah, just a minor point is that what device did he say he was using for this again?
He said two of them. He said two of them: his cell phone and his P900.
But yeah.
Okay, well, I meant for the angle, the azimuth readings. From having to
Cell
use
phone.
a similar device,
Yeah.
having to use a phone for similar things, trying to find azimuths, it depending on exactly, it's not exactly the most reliable thing to use. So if I when I was at St. Bees, I tried to use the theodolite on my phone to try to get azimuths and elevations of certain targets, but it was finicky. A much better way to do it is using something like SunCalc and just a 360 protractor with a stick in the middle. So that way you can get one azimuth, draw out the line from the stick, and then you know all the other azimuths automatically. It's just a nice way to check to make sure that you're on the right track, because otherwise the azimuth one could be off by a certain amount.
Indeed. Okay, and Team Drunkass, what do you add?
Yeah, the phone stuff being inaccurate, I highly agree, because I downloaded a bubble level and I hung a bunch of pictures. Now all those motherfuckers are crooked. So you can't fucking trust that shit at all.
Well, since you started a little early tonight, are you sure it's the pictures that are crooked and you're not just kind of leaning?
No, I've corrected the pictures, and now that I'm leaning, they all look crooked, which means they're good.
Okay, good. All right. Here's more. Nobody can think of a reason
Not
to
science.
delay. Nobody can think of a reason to delay. All right, here we go.
So here's what we got from the first site.
Ooh.
Again, using that tower as a starting point, we watch the sun go almost out of our view and then kind of slingshot back around, coming up that hill, going back into the sky, starting a new day. There were points where I had to adjust the camera upward.
Wait, didn't he promise us azimuth?
Because the sun wasn't
It could be
traveling
coming.
right along the
All right.
horizon, where I could do a constant 360 at a level angle.
But he just said, wait, what? What? No, hold on a second here, buddy.
Is this a drink call?
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Because he just mentioned that he was keeping it at a constant level, but also said that he had to adjust it up. What's up with that?
Well, it's at a constant.
That's directly contradicting himself.
It's at a constant adjusted level up. That's all.
Right.
Actually,
He's pointing it up, and it's wandering around because, as we know, he is an android, and therefore his hand movements are absolutely mechanical.
There you
well,
go.
actually, I think I do know what he means. Basically,
Okay.
I think he means that he's trying to keep the base of the tripod level, the foot that the camera is sitting on. I think he means he's trying to keep that level, but he has to aim, obviously, because the sun moves around the sky, he has to aim the elevation aspect of the camera to have it actually track the sun.
I see. Okay, that's a possibility. Hethkar, what do you got?
I just wanted to point out that all I did was go refill my drink, and apparently I missed 4 drink calls.
You know who we're watching, right? I mean, this should not surprise you. All right, Team Drunkass, what do you got?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of touch on what whoever was said before, the last person that said something about the. I don't remember who it was that said it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't worry, it was somebody. Go ahead.
Yes. So this could easily be solved with a fucking equatorial mount that can follow the sun. But these people, like, I don't know, like, he didn't even have the sun in the middle of the camera. What's he talking about? He's following it. Like, did he stand there for 24 hours and literally follow the sun? And every time, like, he had an alarm set for every 5 minutes to move the sun like a quarter of a degree.
This was exactly the precision that did not produce the scientific revolution.
Yes.
Well, see, this gets even worse because what he's doing is he's actually proving, he's actually providing
Globe
a globe Earth model, not the flat Earth.
Yeah, quite true. All right, and let's see. Nobody else has buzzed. Let's clear that. And here we go. Stuff coming up.
Got really cloudy towards the end of the day too. We were still able to track the sun for the most part. So,
Up, RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, apropos someone talking about the grizzly bears and stuff being wasted on Alaska, I was just wondering, where was a carnivorous grizzly bear when you need one?
Okay, and here we go.
you can see the sun gets back to the.
What? What a hill! Did I miss you?
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Here we go.
Just
Go ahead, Hill. Go ahead, Hill.
Milkshake.
Okay, just first of all, the tone of the music does not at all fit the footage that he's presenting. Just throwing that out there.
Hey,
just
expect
keep
Darth
your epic
Vader.
music for not just swiveling the camera around. And obviously, I was wrong about him saying he had to try to keep the base level because obviously, if you look at this frame, he's really not doing a good job of that. So I really have no idea how he's trying to have set up this camera orientation thing.
So
he's got it all very odd.
Retract your earlier statement of keeping everything.
Yeah, whatever I said, that's just wrong.
You're unsaying it. Okay, that works. All right, let's see what
are those crepuscular rays
in this image.
Maybe.
I
don't know. God, flat earthers. Why can't they just point the camera at the thing, and then you take the picture? It's not that difficult.
There's a button.
How do they manage to fuck it up so badly?
There's a button that does exactly that. All right, moving on. Here we go.
The tower, our original starting point. You can see the rays. And then, there you go. Looks like a 360. But let's take another look at that time lapse.
Oh, here we go.
With the addition of the pictures that I took using dioptra. Also, feel free to take screenshots of these pictures as the information is for the community.
Oh, we are so grateful.
Oh, please don't do what I think you're going to do.
Well, let's see.
He is.
Oh, please don't.
He's already done it.
Everybody ready with your drink calls?
You poor little idiot, you.
Hold that. Hold.
Held.
Back up.
God damn it.
Here. I want to see something.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I wanted to see where his latitude actually was. He's at about 65 degrees, which gets him just barely north far enough to actually see this.
Okay. All right. So no.
Just ignoring any atmospheric effects. In order to see the 24-hour sun or 24-hour night, you would need to be. I think it's at just above 66
degrees. You actually have to be at. You have to be above 60 degrees, and he's at 64.95. It looks like.
Yeah, it's cutting it really close. You need to be at about 65 in order to really get it, but he's close enough, I suppose.
Okay, RJ, you have something to add, sir?
Yeah, well, it's just that little persistent question that just seems to nag me. His showing a beautiful piece of documentation observing exactly what the sun would be doing as the globe turns is proving the flat Earth how?
Yeah, well, I'm really not quite getting that either, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a little confused at how he thinks this proves the flat Earth too.
Maybe he'll wrap it up.
I think what he's trying to do is actually prove not that the Earth is flat, as we saw at the very beginning. He thinks that's just something that is known. I think he's trying to prove that this is what they the AE model says and not some other map.
Yes, that's what he's trying to say, that this movement of the sun is actually represented by that alleged model he showed us earlier with the sun spinning around. So, and you see, if you look at it in the most simplistic way, it makes sense. Sun moves in circle on an AE map, sun moves in circle in sky. It sounds like it matches, but all right.
Yeah, unless you actually try to match the position of the sun precisely next to the actual physical landscape of the Earth, in which case it's going to be like wrong, right?
Yeah, see, that's what we
Not
call
even wrong.
that's what
It
we
wouldn't even
call
be wrong.
not simplifying it. If you simplify it and dumb it way down, the two match. As long as we don't throw in any of that, sciencey crap that you were just mentioning.
Right.
Alrighty, Squirrel, you have something to add, sir?
But something that was noted in the chat. There are no penguins in Alaska. I made a video about this. There are plenty of penguins in Ecuador, New Zealand, and Antarctica, but not Alaska. You also have them in South Africa.
That
A
is true.
penguin will not intentionally go north of the equator at any time.
You left out the Australian
At least
ones.
unarmed.
You left out the Australian ones, the little blue penguins. They are the coolest penguins ever. They love people.
I know.
They love people. All right.
Yeah, all the penguins go. All the closest they even get to the equator is the Galapagos Islands.
Well,
And
although they did not migrate there, they were taken there. I remember seeing some penguins in the little zoo at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas.
Yes, they were taken. Those were taken there. They didn't go there voluntarily. We have some penguins.
Poor little penguins.
Did they float there after the flood, RJ? Maybe.
Yeah. They were a little bit. Their density wasn't quite capable of being ejected like volcanic detritus, like the koalas.
Do you know what else they have at Point Defiance Zoo? Meerkats, which are not found anywhere outside the Kalahari in the wild.
Aha.
Meerkats like to stick their heads up and look cute.
Well, all righty.
There's plenty of marsupials in the zoo too, and most of those are native only to Australia.
Yeah.
And not a single damn Dimetrodon.
We've only got one of those here. It's the opossum, which is a cool little animal. Dumb as a post, but they're still in there. They are.
I bet if you ask it about subatomic physics or anything else, that little opossum is going to be pretty damn dumb. But he's going to score better than the guy that did this video.
Oh, it's worse. It's worse than that. It is truly a dumb animal. I'm not saying that to be insulting. The poor little fellas are just not prepared to live in the environment in which they are now. When they are trotting across the road and they see car headlights, their first thought is, "Are you a friend?" And they stand there and stare at it. They have two defense modes. Everyone's afraid when they open their mouth and show all these shark-looking teeth that, oh no, it's going to come bite me. No, that's not true. That's one of its two defense programs. One is open your mouth and either hiss or growl to imply that you might bite anybody. But you see, that program ends before the biting. You can poke its tongue and it'll still stand there just growling with its mouth open. And the other is pretend to be dead. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Unite for the Children has a very quotable thing here. Proof that opossums are dumb as a post. They're all subscribed to
Indeed, but I feel sorry for them because it's not their fault that they're born. I don't know. To some people, pretty terrifying. They look like a huge rat with shark teeth. But hell, if you got possums, you don't have rats. Anyway, all right. Shall we move along?
Well, that managed to kill some time not listening to the idiot.
I was doing the best I could. It's just I ran out of stuff.
He did a very fine job and accidentally gave us actual knowledge.
Yes, and the moral of that story: be nice to possums. Be nice.
No.
Be nice to opossums.
This warning science content.
They did not ask to be born scary looking, so be nice to them and know they're not going to come and bite you. All right.
Yes, unfortunately, the maker of the video did not ask to be stupid, but has managed to accomplish it with remarkable fidelity.
Oh, Brian Stevens has a good point that I forgot to mention in my attempt to waste time so we didn't have to listen to D-Marble. Possums eat lots of ticks, too. Yes, that's like a delicacy to them. It's like grapes. If they can find ticks, they're having a good day.
That would be insectivores.
Oh, they will eat just about anything. And
Yeah.
Evolution is a motherfucker, isn't it?
yeah, and that the beautiful thing about that is, oh, what if it's rabid? That's the cool thing about them. They are neither susceptible to nor carriers of rabies. Most of them. A very, very, very small amount may get infected, but
Sewer Tape says D Marble eats ticks. However, the ticks are extremely offended by that.
indeed. All right. I can't do any more. I have nothing else to delay.
I know you did a pretty good run there, though. We must
I-
commend you.
I
Yeah.
had,
You're
I
gonna
had
have to
another
start the damn
potential
video
comment, but I
again.
think that would just be extremely offensive.
What? What do you got?
Sorry, I can help you. How's the VW coming on?
How's the what?
The VW.
Oh! All parts are in. Engine is having the seals replaced now, so that we can use gasoline with ethanol, and sometime middle to end of next week should be reassembled. I mean, not body work and all that sort of stuff, but engine should be all back in, and I will finally get to take a spin in the VW bus.
Oh, and
Nice.
Bob the Wonder Jeep is not jealous of this. It's taking it okay.
Oh no! Bob the Wonder Jeep understands that this is purely a recreational vehicle for just buzzing up and down
Okay,
by
it's
the
not being
beach.
displaced. It's not jealous or anything like that because I realize how terribly
You know what?
fussy some cars can be.
No. Bob the Wonder keeps waiting for his date to show up.
All right. Anyway,
What is it you named her again?
oh yeah, Matilda. You know what Matilda
Yeah.
means? It's old. It has its roots in old High German. It means battle hardened. And that's pretty accurate. Anyway, Sewer Tapes wants to know if I'm going to follow the Grateful Dead across country in it.
No,
All right.
or we could be the ungrateful dead having to follow this damn video to its conclusion.
All right. No, I'm not going to paint big flowers on it. Anyway, all right.
Are you,
No,
you're
you
gonna
have
give
to put a
away?
picture of the pug.
Yeah, you need a candy dispenser on it for all the people you want to hang out with.
No, I'm sticking stock everything. It's going to be stock. Anyway, let's get back to the stupid.
Or the special Pez dispenser.
Before we start having an
The
intelligent
great big
conversation.
pug head.
If we start having intelligent conversation, that's going to ruin the whole theme of this. All right,
That's true. Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah,
We
that's what
delayed a while though. I think we did a good job.
Absolutely. All right.
I'm
That's Covenant's got it.
So,
Yeah, I think is there a thing on Guinness Book of Records for most consecutive ability to stall and most worthy efforts to stall because it prevents the audience from having their brain devoured by more stupid.
Indeed.
We're doing you guys a favor, okay?
Yes,
I know
indeed.
y'all want
We're
us to
doing
move
the Lord's
on.
work here.
All
You
right.
want us to move on, but moving on means imminent brain damage. We're delaying it as much as possible.
Brain and liver. Let's keep that in mind. All right,
Oh,
moving
man.
on. Here we
Liver's
go.
gone, guys.
Hannah, Northwest, no.
The Sci Strike is in New Jersey.
New Jersey. I'm at the New Jersey shore, about I don't know, about 1,000 feet from the beach. That's where I am.
Marcus
Hippie
Squirrel
Central.
and I
no.
are in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, we don't have a lot of hippies here. Certainly not. All right, moving on. Here we go. What was he talking about again?
I
Oh, he
forgot.
was taking a damn picture where he thought this meant something.
Yeah, he's just showing the azimuth and elevation for the truly not very good time lapse he did. I mean,
Oh, he doesn't know his
Also,
azimuth from his
his
elbow.
linear filter would go away from this. He's basically just pointing his camera at the sun for an entire day.
Aha.
Yeah.
Which, of course, tells absolutely nothing about anything.
Damn, of course his observation ruined. Look at all those chemtrails.
They're fluffy, though, aren't they?
Indeed. Wait a minute. The sun's. We don't see the full view of the sun. If there was a flat earther watching this, he should be saying, see? No 24-hour.
Yeah.
No
CGI.
24-hour. It's a trick. Okay, Squirrel, what do you got?
I got a good one for you. If you wanted to catch, if the Earth was actually flat,
Mhm.
you would be able to catch. You should be able to catch that sequence almost anywhere, including at the equator. Show that to me at the equator, fool boy, and then we'll talk.
Well, that's not going to work, Squirrel. Sequence are out of style. All right, moving on. Sorry. Here we go. And RJ, thank you for the courtesy laugh.
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, all right, cool then. I'm happy.
I never laugh out of courtesy. You know me. I'm not polite.
All right, good. We're just flying through this. He's not saying anything. He's just showing us pictures. This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is
Lots
awesome.
of
Lack of narration is a plus this time.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Drink.
absolutely.
Uh-oh, Hill, what do you got? Is it about
It's been
possible?
too long since he said anything, but he's probably thinking something that's wrong. So
So we're gonna call drink.
Yes, you can just hear that inside of his head.
The unspoken
Good
drink
call.
call. Okay, you know what? I'm willing to do that. That's fine. And here we go. And since he hasn't said it, he couldn't be wrong. So that means he's not even wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. You're ruining my joke.
Okay, Team Drunk Ass. Did I step on your toes
Oh.
there?
Should there be like then a default thing when there actually is no narration? It would automatically get either just plain wrong or not even wrong, merely by running time.
Maybe.
Like a certain amount elapsed time per minute. You know, oh, he's gone another minute. That's another not even wrong.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was reminding myself to drink because Sai just hit it perfectly on the head. Everything he's thinking, it's not even fucking wrong because it's not a flat earth.
Indeed. Quite true. All right, more stuff, and hopefully it'll be just this for the rest, and we just get to sail right through it. Here we go. What the hell are we proving here?
That
There's
he
the
can
sun.
point a camera at the sun.
Very poorly, mind you.
very poorly. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, and Hill was right about the music. Shouldn't we have like Darth Vader walking across the screen or something?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there we go.
Or
It sounds like the reject soundtrack for a Genesis movie.
Yes, actually it does. I think
I
Hill.
want to point something out.
Oh, Team Drunk Ass, what do you got?
Yeah, like this is like the number fucking one argument for every goddamn NASA moon denying fucking idiot out there. Ding.
Hey, don't mince your words.
Did anyone else understand that?
I did.
I don't. Yeah, no, the drunkenness does. Yes, everybody who's drunk knows what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
So if you look, he stops the camera and then he moves it and then it clips away. This is the same type of shit he would deny. He would be like, nope, look, there was a chop right there. And jump from here to here. And this is not fully 100% one fucking photo taken.
Absolutely.
And then, god damn it, there he goes in his fucking dumbass proof. He's fucking got clips and jumps and everything else that.
Well, remember, with his P900, he got the special double standard lens attachment.
It pisses me off. This shit pisses me off. This is what I debunk. This is why I debunk these dumbasses.
Absolutely. I'm still stuck on the 24-hour sun being both real and used as proof, and not real never happens. But RJ explained that to me earlier. So
once you understand that A and not A can mean the same thing and not at the same time, it simplifies the argument enormously.
Indeed,
it pisses me off that when you argue with these guys, when you have conversations with them, this is the thing they say: NASA doesn't give you full Earth view, and you're like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Well, they take pictures and it's composite." See, well, this right here, this video, is a composite. He pauses it and then starts it somewhere else, and he's claiming that's one continuous cycle. Now he can't do all of that at one time. He has to.
But he's an effing hypocrite. He can do it easily.
This is what I'm talking about. These fucking hypocrite idiots. God damn.
Indeed.
And if the God I wish I believed in, damn.
Oh, Pelagia says, "Who's the filthy mouth speaker? I like him."
Sorry, Pelagia. I've been a big fan of yours for a long time.
That would be Team Skeptic.
I call people fucking idiots. It happens. I'm drunk.
But only
when
it is a fucking idiot.
You, that is a high honor, sir.
It is, in fact.
No. It is my honor to have him even say that.
He does not give his respect quickly or easily. All right. And in the buzzer, we have the Celtic Milkshake. What do you got?
So, what did I have to point out? Oh, yeah, I was about the music real quick, too. It sounds like it's the approach to a boss room in an RPG.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right.
Well, the flat earther has that kind of transplanted Akkadian prince CGI look to him at the airport, so that kind of fits.
Hmm. All right.
Oh, that produced crickets. You should have put the crickets up on that one.
Oh, no. I was actually scrolling through the comments
Speaking of
here.
crickets, I think which one of you guys booted Cap? He doesn't.
Yeah,
he
no
hasn't
shit.
said
Cat
a
booted
word
himself, I think.
all-
He had
hasn't
a
said
bad
word
connection
over an
there. I
hour.
don't think he was able to get back.
Well, he's showing up in the thing. Hold on.
Well, he's been absolutely silent.
Yeah,
He's
he
been
has not
awfully
said.
quiet for a while now.
Cap,
but-
are you still there?
More than an hour.
Cap is he's called in by phone. If he was disconnected,
Yeah.
it would just disconnect.
Well, there is
He's
that
on
possibility.
location.
I see his things moving every now and then, but I haven't actually heard him say anything.
I don't know if you guys see in the video, there's a lot of storm clouds, and he is literally on location. Like, there might be a problem with
Could
him
be.
connecting with us with all these storm clouds being
So
on.
I think his phone his cell phone's actually charged by words, the amount of words.
Entirely possible.
All
right.
I had wondered whether the universe booted Cap, and there's debate about he's asleep according to Doc, and Biggles killed Cap, and
You
then
bastard.
Harry thinks he killed Cap.
Oh no.
And so we have a whole bunch of potential circumstances here that are going to be making it very, very distressing on us all. And then we're
Indeed.
going to have to watch the rest of this damn video, and it's going to make it even more sad.
Doorknob Head's got it. I was just not expecting that. Doorknob Head. Hashtag Cap on the crapper. All right, here we go.
As long as there's no T-Rex around, it'll be fine.
All right, more stuff. Here we go. This is great. Hopefully it'll be this for the rest of the show.
Oh, I'm hoping for a lightning strike, damn it.
One that hits his camera.
I'm curious. When the
holding.
sun is covered up by clouds, how does he think he's getting an accurate azimuth angle?
Hey, that is a good question. You know what? God damn it, that's drink worthy. How about a drink? That's a good
He's
question.
measuring azimuth, as in ASS.
There we go.
Oh.
All right, more stuff. Uh-oh.
We anticipated that the sky would be coated near Fairbanks, so we decided to go a few hours south to Tok, Alaska. We got everything that we needed and a moderately clear sky.
Okay.
Getting further away from the Arctic Circle.
Squirrel, what do you got?
You're gonna go away from the Arctic Circle, you idiot. You're not gonna see what you're looking for. Just what the no.
So you're saying you disagree with their methodology, basically, or did I?
Well, their methodology was fucked up to begin with.
Uh-huh.
That's just beyond. This is just adding insult to injury at this point.
I see.
Loved the last video, but I still had to. But it's been so long since the one prior to it, I had to go back and watch all of them again.
Oh heck! like that's a
That
problem.
is masochistic, sir.
Which I happily did, I might add.
Indeed, that's a problem. All right. Nobody wants to go back to talking about possums? All right. Celtic milk.
We can go for echidnas if you prefer.
Let's see. Did I fail to clear this? Team Drunkass, are you up next?
God dog it, I'm literally trying to remember what the fuck I was about. Oh wait, no, I remember.
Okay.
Okay, so if you ever ask any flat earther, and this is straight up, if you ask them how far can you see, what's the furthest you can see, and this will be where they say, oh, this is why the sun drops. They'll give you the length of 6,000 miles, and that's and this video covers reasons, basically why that length is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no science to determine that length. The length is determined from one side of the Arctic Circle to the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so like the furthest side of the Arctic Circle, all the way down to the Tropic of Cancer, because that's where the sun is on the solstices.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the distance between those two, and that's why they say that. There's no actual mathematical calculation that they could ever produce you with that explains this, except for saying, oh, well, during the solstice from the edge of the Arctic Circle, you can see the sun. So therefore, it must be 6,000 miles. They need to come up with a fucking mathematical or scientific reason before I believe any of that bullshit.
I would like that. How much time do you have, by the way, to wait for that?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. How long
Not
you?
enough.
How
I
long
got to
you
put it on
plan?
the show tomorrow. Not enough.
All right. And Celtic Milkshake, what do you got?
The talk is about 63 degrees north, which means he's not going to get he's not going to get the angle.
Anyway,
Okay. Go ahead.
so I'm starting to think that he doesn't even know what he's looking for, let alone what he thinks it's going to prove.
Duh.
You may be correct.
That's because he
right.
doesn't.
He doesn't. And so possums, you say?
No, no possums.
Sure,
We're good
possums.
with possums.
All right. And RJ, you have something to add as well.
Well, I'm beginning to think that my expectation of getting that copy of the Flat Earth Stellar Sun and Moon Predictive Eclipse Ephemeris is not going to be coming in the mail anytime soon.
Again, you remember that question when I asked, how long do you have to wait? Something like that.
Ah, okay. It's involved any like dividing by 0 or anything?
Something like that. Exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna have to write that down on my little post-it here so I don't forget it next time.
Okay. All right. And on that note, no possums or Volkswagens, nothing. All right, back to this crap.
You're out of luck. You're gonna have to hit play.
I'm hitting play. Here we go.
2.
Observational start point.
Where'd the sun go? Okay. We're looking around. Got it. We're
Doing his pan and scan.
Wait a
Now he's
minute.
back.
Wait a minute. Did he
Look
have
how
that camera
flat it
attached to
is.
Jaren's laser that he's waving around in the air?
Solar
It was
No, he actually had
filter.
it.
a giant
Yeah.
yardstick that reaches to the moon.
Oh, yes. Here we go. All right. So what are we learning here?
Also, becoming reasonably sure that he's panning the camera manually during this.
I'm thinking.
See,
I doubt he's using an equatorial mount. All right. More stuff.
We just have like a UFO sighting or something to spice this
Drink.
up.
Hill, what do you got?
First of all, yes, I agree with RJ. This is filmed like it's someone who hastily pulled out their iPhone trying to watch a UFO go by.
A
Also-
weird UFO with an El Al written on the side.
If you want to do this properly, if you want to do this observation properly, first of all, either learn how to properly track with an alt-az mount, or just get an equatorial mount to do it for you.
Indeed.
And secondly, solar filter. Please use a solar filter. Otherwise, your camera will thank you. You're literally burning it.
Yeah,
you are literally burning a hole in your camera.
Well,
Please
I don't
stop.
know.
It hurts.
Going through that much atmosphere, there's probably a hell of a lot of taken out of the brightness. So
But still, he's pointing it at the sun over hours.
Yeah, agreed. All right.
I do feel bad.
Kind of nice him ruining his expensive equipment.
Oh, that does. Yeah, there's a little humor involved here. All right, and Hillel, I see you buzzed in twice, so you have to say something else now.
Fuck you.
Okay, Team Drunkass, what do you got?
Yeah, I want to say, like, just hypothetically speaking, let's say that we're a group of people and we're all out walking in the wilderness of Alaska, and we come across these guys, right? And they're filming the sun with their iPhone, and you're like, "What are you guys doing?" And they're nice because they want to tell you about the flat Earth, so they like everybody. So when you walk up to them, they're like, "Yeah, we're filming the sun, go around in circles over our head." You know, what would you think? Like, what would you literally think when you walked up to that person? Would you be like, "God damn, you're stupid"? Like you're fucking stupid.
Very slowly away. You get into your car. You alert the authorities.
Yeah,
like Woody and Cheers. No sudden movement.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I mean, what goes through your head when you come across somebody that's that fucking stupid? You know, you're like, oh god, yeah.
I think who covered that earlier? Was it RJ? Who said, "Where the hell are the bears?"
Yeah, I was really hoping. You know, I mean, in the old Bible, the Old Testament, you know, a prophet has the persecutors mauled. You know, that'd be kind of nice as an amusing aside.
Yeah, and actually, you know, RJ, that's one of my favorite ones. The mauling of the children. That was that mauling in defense
God
of God.
is such a scam.
No, that had nothing to do with God. That was punishing those who disrespect your religious authorities. So,
And not even that. They just called him bald. That was it.
yeah,
Just call Baldy there. You know, we didn't know that
Well-
hair loss was a capital offense in the Old Testament.
well, in defense of the bear's actions, remember the youths did in fact tell him to go up as well. So there's that.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
we go. You know, it
Which,
seems
if I
that they
recall correctly,
had a lot of
is-
social skill problems going on there in the Old
If I
Testament.
recall correctly, in saying "go up," they're actually making a reference to, was it Elijah, or was that the prophet that they were talking to? Either way,
Mhm.
they were making a reference to another prophet that was actually brought up by God.
Aha.
Well, we'll file out under profit and losses.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is
Okay, RJ, you're gonna add that. You're gonna add that to the Discord yourself. Get on.
All right. I see the Celtic Milkshake has buzzed in. What have you?
I just wanted to point out real quick that I also am highly amused by the fact that he's got this in time lapse, but he stops the time lapse every time he goes through adjusting the position of the camera.
So you are
So I find that highly amusing.
Indeed. All right. And here's more.
Submit that for peer review.
Yeah. Well, you've looked into his peers. It's going to make it through peer review. All right.
No, I want proper peer review. Damn it.
All right. Moving on. Wow, that's the first time I've had to say that this show, because I was intentionally not moving on.
Oh, Bingo says pugs are just domesticated bears.
His thesis is written in crayon. Nice, Covenant.
Well, we're sliding into a Game of Thrones music now.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Now, if we had a fire-breathing dragon, at least it would be worth the watch.
I will point out that his thesis.
Any of the half-naked women that are populating that story.
With this music, I'm still waiting for the sun to drop out of the sky.
This music is not deserving of this footage.
No.
I'm still waiting for the sun to drop out of the sky.
Watch the
with it
CGI sun is going to disappear behind that.
I didn't
stick.
know the
Yeah,
sun
look at
was all
I
that
saw
pink. It
I
looks
saw
like
it.
a candy.
It's gone. It was gone.
I was half expecting him to comment on how the sun went behind those hills there.
The sun slowly sank into the valley, burning everything.
Are there going to be more dumbass assertions, or is this just some copyrighted music you put in specifically so we get screwed over?
At this point, I believe the sun would be somewhere over the Gulf of Mexico. If he's on the far side, if he's on the Russia side of the Arctic Circle. If he's in Alaska, I guess that would be what the sun would be somewhere in Africa right now. Like that's
There's
what
a
they believe.
car.
Check out Jeremy's comment. It's the last one.
His thesis is written in crayon because he drank his finger paints.
Again,
lead
crayon
paint.
and finger paints are both a step up from poo.
Yes, that's true. This is it. This is supposed to prove something.
See, the real problem here is that
Pelosi said he took my paper down to the pier, and one-eyed Zeke gave it a once-over.
Can I ask a silly question? How much of this video do we have left?
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Oh, I was just wanting to ask that horrifying question too.
You're gonna love this. With the crap he's doing now, just playing this stuff and music, we're gonna blow right through it. We've got like 2 minutes left.
Woo!
And
Wow!
this
And then the last 10 seconds, we'll get all that scientific proof he promised us.
I'm making the prediction. He's gonna make 2 more dumbass comments, and then the video is gonna fade out.
Okay.
Only 2?
Well, it might be. Well,
If there's any text that comes up, I can read it portentously to give it some gravitas.
maybe we should do a poll to see, like how many stupid points he's going to come up with. So y'all pick numbers, and I'll forget what they are and not mention it at the end.
2.
And the points won't matter.
Indeed.
Team Drunk Ass says 2.
Okay, here it goes.
Yes, we've already figured out the Neptune thing, Brian.
2 minutes. Time to go plaid. Nice, Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not. I don't have the math background to do the Neptune challenge. Unfortunately, I'd love to.
Oh,
I can do
it's
that.
easy. You just mark down how long it takes the Neptune to go around the sun, and that's a 360-degree circle, and then you figure out how much of the little circle
To
it's
clarify,
moving per
this-
hour,
Oh, wait, he's
and there you
talking.
go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, can I read that portentously?
Sure, go ahead.
To clarify, this project was to determine the movement of the sun over the face of the earth. This was not an argument for the AE map itself. Nobody
Okay.
was fooled on
Good,
that, buckaroo.
because it doesn't fit with the
Yeah, you would
AE
need
map
to-
at all.
I mean,
Doesn't
actually,
fit
the nice thing
any
is
map.
the nice thing is that because he recorded azimuth and elevations, he's prime set to make up. I to make up to create a model to see, for the AE map and check draw out lines of sight with his azimuth and
will not be able to
elevations.
do it.
Yeah, that would involve
not
like
be able to
work
do
and
it.
thinking, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Yep.
Now, should we
Geometry takes over, and he would
He's
not
got
be
all
able
the
to do it.
tools to succeed, but will probably fail anyway.
fail anyway? Absolutely. Now, since RJ read it quite well, I might add, and we should probably award the drink call now, even though he's probably going to read it for us. Let us save time. There we go. All right, and here comes the rest of the story.
project was to determine the movement of the sun over the face of the earth. This was not
I think
an
I read
argument
it
for the
better.
AE
Oh
map
yeah, RJ read it better.
itself.
Squirrel, what do you got?
Okay, first off, this is the guy that claimed that his model was the AE map.
Mhm.
Therefore, he's trying to prove his model, or he doesn't understand how science works. Either way, not even wrong.
Could it be
If
both?
Oh, they're not mutually exclusive in his case, aren't they?
Absolutely.
If he hadn't gone into it with a model in mind, he's just gathering evidence to make a model with.
But that's just it. He made a point of the model before we saw even the first image of the sun.
True.
He made a
Right.
point of the model, and therefore he must be trying to prove his model. Either that, or he has no idea what the hell he's
Is
actually
this a
doing.
modulus interruptus?
Oh my.
Well, it's probably both of those. He's trying to prove his model, and he doesn't have any idea what he's doing.
That is most likely
Either
it.
way, still not even wrong.
All right, and we're RJ, what do you got, sir?
Well, Mike says you can model the sun's motion in software. You don't have to travel thousands of miles. But I would just look forward to even a model of his in Play-Doh.
So, see, the problem with modeling the sun's motion in software is that's all CGI, you know.
That is true.
there we go.
That is true. And the problem with modeling it in Play-Doh is he's eating that too. All right, here we go.
Now the AE
Oh,
map
let's
has
let's make sure we don't get him the non-toxic kind then.
Yeah.
So great. So
We'll just load him up with extra cream or tartar. That will
Play-
be great.
play
A
sludge.
large question mark emerging from his head would describe what's going on under there, I think.
Yeah. Let's see what he says now.
been a useful
Sorry,
tool.
Portray more information than he has.
to find new things to stall. I
Yes.
have a question
Yes.
about his name actually, because he's named D Marble,
Yes.
and he's also African American, and we know that D is usually used for Z. So can we? Is there anyone who knows that after he lost all of his marbles except one, that he used to name that one D Marble and then adapted the name for himself?
He was
Huh.
very close to it.
All
and
right.
Very fond of it.
Very good. Well,
No crickets. No crickets.
no. Those
Damn, I did my best.
the crickets are reserved for Cap whenever he
That's true. Yeah,
speaks.
proprietary.
Actually, yeah, we'll shorten it whenever he
Wait,
speaks.
back up.
All right.
Cap is living with the crickets now, I think.
So would seem. All right. He's started to speak now, so I'm gonna have to back this up a little
Oh,
bit.
I
Here we
like
go.
I like
Uh-oh, Rex.
Astro Rex.
What's he say?
Dodo. He
All
spelled
right.
it Deaudeau.
Dieu,
Indeed.
Dieu.
All righty. Here we go.
Argument for the AE map itself.
Right.
Now the AE map has been a useful tool, but it does have some things that
No,
need
it
to be
hasn't.
worked out with it.
Okay.
Perhaps those people's observations of the suns moving through the sky didn't match the AE map because the land masses are not the size or location that we've been told.
Oh no!
Noses.
All right, Team Drunk Ass, you're up.
Yeah, I hate to burst this bubble. I myself have tried Impact font and it doesn't work. The there is no, he's not like somebody said, I believe it was Hill that said just a moment ago. He now has empirical, data to try to plot from where he was at on the AE map to see if the observations he made comports to exactly what he would predict with his model. Now, if you don't have a predictable model, a normal human being gives up on unpredictable models. He does not. He is not a fucking normal human being. He is mentally unstable.
Okay.
Whether it's like he's crazy or whatever, it doesn't matter. But he just doesn't understand that there are that he says, "Oh, what am I feeling? What are you fucking seeing? You can't even see the fucking sun doing what you want on your model. You're a fucking idiot." Ding.
Great. All right. RJ, what do you got? Oh, you know what? Here.
Well, I'm trying to get the science here. We
Okay.
got a new map up. Now, am I to surmise from this that ringing the edge of the Earth in front of the ice wall is a pie crust series of gateway arches? I just
That
want to make
encompass-
sure I
that
understand what the
encompasses
science is here.
I'm a little worried we're going to take a nosedive into the Dubay type crap where there's magical unknown land masses and all sorts of foolishness like that.
Well, if they don't have Lemuria there, I'm really just going to be disappointed.
All right, well, we'll see because we
Pellucidar.
Sai, do you really think that at this level of science we can still take a nosedive?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know where that nose has been either.
I pull up before you crash.
Yes, indeed. All right, Celtic Milkshake, what do you got?
So I've got two things now.
Okay.
One of them is I should start taking notes and actually put something together in Blender to show how their shit just doesn't work.
Okay.
Because I keep forgetting how big they think the sun is and how far off the ground they think it is. But I could set something up in Blender fairly easily to show that it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Especially with this video here giving me specific azimuths and angles.
Hasn't the guy already used a blender? But I mean, not a software program, but just a blender that he ran his brain through at some point.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Sai, can I just say I want to retract what I just said because I'd like him to do a nosedive and then present us a video of the underside of the flat Earth. That would actually be a cool thing to watch.
Yeah, really. What's
It's
down
all
there?
2x4s. This is common knowledge.
Indeed. Oh, Covenant's
Another thing to point out.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
No, go ahead,
Another thing that I wanted to point out was that if there is more land, there's no way in hell the government would hide it from us, because more land for the government means more money for the government.
And they'd sell it to us. So
Exactly.
all right.
Not to mention more mining and shit like that.
Agreed. And I just wanted to throw in Covenants at it again. There needs to be a Durex commercial. The flat Earth. What more reason do you need? For those unaware, Durex is a brand of condom. So, alrighty. Let's see. RJ, did you have more, or did I not clear?
Well, I was just dealing with a science bulletin from just yesterday. Now, admittedly, Matty Lawrence, the creationist, is not a flat earther. He is a globalist, but he has assured us on the basis of precise science that global warming is caused from the expansion of hell.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yes.
I am not making this up.
No, and the expansion of hell is also causing the Earth to expand. You need to add that in as well.
Yes, indeed.
I have heard that one.
Didn't we do a video on that? Didn't we do?
Yeah,
we did.
That's why the moon is running away from us. It's scared because the Earth is expanding.
it was the one with the big dot ball on the side and the Earth during the flood puffing up like a popcorn kernel.
Indeed. All right. Well, the good news is we've got only 1 minute and 3 seconds of this nonsense left. Let's see how much he packs in there. I would tend to, looking at what's on the screen now, I think we're going to get quite a bit of nonsense in the last minute. And, oh, no, I skipped over Team Drunk Ass.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
There was something that somebody said right before RJ that I wanted to add on to. It was
Okay.
scientific stuff too, but I forgot. So,
Okay.
boot cap.
I'm
Boot cap.
sorry for knocking your science out of the ballpark there.
No,
No, who spoke before RJ?
Well, I babbled for a little
Hill
bit.
said
I think it was Hill, right? Was it Hill?
What did I do?
Hill's in the buzzer twice.
Oh yeah, who's on the buzzer?
I just, well,
It was the
mine's,
Celtic milkshake. Who's
Yeah.
that?
Celtic milkshake, which is LL.
no,
Okay,
that's
so
not
what's
Hill.
Hill? What were you saying, Hill? Because there was
Or-
something I had to add to that.
And Celtic milkshake is me.
Is Heathcar, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
what
it's
were you saying?
I'm sorry, my bad. The two of you sound very similar.
We don't have to focus on my drunk ass.
We're all
We can keep
staring at
going.
you. We're
Okay. Well,
wait, move
let
to
me
the
pee my pants so everybody
move-
stops looking.
move to the left. Move to the left. Hill can't see you. All right. More stuff?
Just more stuff, yeah.
No, sorry, we want to kill it now. Who said that? Okay.
Oh, I remember. Okay, sorry. Oh, it was about the land grab that he made mention of, and
Mhm.
I wanted to point out that there is actual historical fact behind America being a land grabbing country. I believe it was the Philippines that were known for their rubber trees, and so we actually went in and occupied the Philippines. And I want to say it may not be the Philippines, Cambodia, Philippines, somewhere around there. We occupied them because it was the only place on Earth where rubber naturally grew. And so the moment that we came up with synthetic rubber, we left their country. And now it's a dictatorship it's one of those like Asian Muslim dictatorships that they actively blame America that we went in there and dominated their country as a land grab, which backs the assertion that if there was land that we didn't know about, the first thing we would do is send our own population to go colonize it.
Yeah.
Because if we colonize it, it would mean that the resources there belong to our country, and there would be nobody that could come in and take it away from us because it's unclaimed land. So there is no reason to hide land. It's completely false. That's an assertion that has it's a nonsensical assertion, basically.
Okay.
Oh, but nonsensical is his turf.
No,
We
absolutely.
still have folks in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. You may be thinking of Laos. You're probably thinking of Laos and Cambodia.
Maybe I'm trying to I'm fairly drunk, but I'm trying to remember the story about the land grab that we had where we occupied the country for the rubber plant. And the moment that we developed synthetic rubber, we just left the country completely.
Hmm. Well, yeah, with the we have been
Yeah,
pretty
could
good
be
at
New
grabbing.
Guinea, could be several different possibilities going
We
on in
still
there.
have some
There's an
crap.
awful lot of crap going around in the
And-
history of colonialism.
Yeah, and some of our land
Yeah.
grabs we kept. If there's any, I know we got at least one history buff, RJ. But didn't we pull a cool tricky thing? If I'm remembering correctly, and thanks for all the drink calls, everybody. I'm not sure, but didn't we lease Alaska for 99 years and then ship in some people to have them vote to become a state?
Oh no!
Is that what
no.
happened?
Well, we bought the place outright. As a territory, we could keep it indefinitely. We got it on a fire sale from the Russians. I mean, they didn't need it.
For some reason, I wasn't sure if that, because I'd heard that from someone. I wasn't sure if we leased it.
Now, the 99-year lease, that was the Panama Canal Zone.
Oh,
That we got.
okay.
9-year lease. That was the one where when Colombia wouldn't give us a deal we really wanted, we just came in and made a new nation and made Panama instead.
We're not the most polite nation on earth, are we? All
Well,
right.
but we wanted that.
But we
thing.
get what we
The
want,
terrible
right?
irony is, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember Ronald Reagan era when everyone was having conniption fits over us giving the canal back to Panama and how terrible it was going to be. But actually, the Panamanians have done an excellent job of running the thing, and they're currently building a parallel, bigger canal because you can't get those super tankers through them. They designed the canal too small back in 1900. They didn't realize how effing big ships we're going to get in the 21st century,
Mhm.
and aircraft carriers. So anyway, but the Panamanians have done an excellent job of running the place. They've been fair and more rigorous and honest than we were, frankly.
Excellent, excellent. You know, if we go into this is going pretty well. If we go into, let's say, the history of each of the Eastern Bloc nations
Holy
pre-Soviet,
shit!
Yeah,
pre-Soviet,
that would keep us from getting to the end of this video. Very
absolutely.
good move, sir.
I mean, think of
Sorry. I just wanted to point out covenants. That's a
oh,
palindrome. A man, a plan, a canal.
Planet
Panama.
Canal, Panama. That's my favorite palindrome, damn it, because it's a neat piece of poetry.
That is an
Okay.
awesome palindrome.
That's the
Wow.
best one I've ever heard. Abel was ere I saw Elba is also long, but it's not nearly as fun as a man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
That's awesome.
Okay. Also
Yes.
note that everybody blames this on the United States, but we actually came by it honestly. French, English, and Spanish and Portuguese colonists taught us. We all came from those, so we actually came by the whole land grabby thing.
And there had been the French had already gotten into a big pile of shit trying to build de Lesseps, who had built the Suez Canal, which was just basically dig a trench and fill it with water. He couldn't really pull it off. And the killer, of course, literally, was the fact of all the malaria in the region. So in order to effectively build the canal, they had to solve the malaria problem. So they had to put in hospitals and clear away forests and do all the things. And it was ecologically also terribly clever because it's entirely water powered. It's done from gravity, and so it doesn't really require external power systems to run the canal. And it's an amazing story. And see, we're trying to keep that movie from starting up again.
Yes, we are. All right, let us.
Anybody drunk on and wants a short palindrome, just go for radar.
All right, maybe.
How about we just go ahead and do the thing?
James, I want to respond. I want to
If
respond
we
to
can spare ourselves any more stupid.
All right,
James. I want to respond to your short palindrome. LOL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Well, that's for when you've had way too much to drink that this video starts sounding like it's intelligent.
Indeed. All right, let us. It's a minute. We got a minute and 3 seconds left. Let's see how it goes, shall we?
Yay.
Why not? So possums, you said, RJ? What?
Yeah. The thing is about possums and echidnas and the distribution of marsupials in the Gondwana land. Hey, reunite Gondwana land, damn it!
Hey, that
We're
eastern
not helping.
that Eastern
We're
Bloc
trying to
nations
keep
thing
Cy-
have
we're trying to
possibilities.
keep Cy on task here.
All right, here we go. Moving on.
You
That's
just
the answer.
growl.
But now we know three things for
It's
sure.
not the first time.
Earth is flat.
Cy did a possum threat there.
What we know, the
Anyone
Earth is
notice?
flat.
Anyone notice?
The Earth is stationary.
Needs an answer. We've
All
covered
right.
this the first time.
Oh yeah,
I want to
yeah.
pause anyway. I'm not going to call drink because, like you said, asked and answered. I just want to say the absolute best you can say is that those two things are what we perceive without assistance. And that's
Okay.
the absolute best you could say.
Yes, that is the peak of an attempt at evidence.
And there should be a third line there where it says, and D. Marble has lost all of his marbles.
Indeed. And Team Drunkass has buzzed in. Go ahead.
Yes, I would just like to say that I am now a flat earther because there is no more proof needed other than one slide earlier in the video that said the earth is flat, the earth is stationary with no check marks.
Right.
And now this slide with green check marks.
I was hoping.
Yeah, that's conclusive, damn it. You don't put a check mark unless it's true.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely right. Green check mark. Yeah.
Exactly.
We actually saw a version of this one, of this exact slide earlier in the video, and he had actually had the non-check mark version just slightly earlier than that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm convinced.
It somewhat.
That's why I'm convinced.
What we know, flurfers have flat arguments. Flurfers have stationary minds.
There you go. All right. And yes, the fact that it does have the check marks, I mean, really, I can come up with no good argument for that. It wouldn't have a check mark if it wasn't true. All right.
There is no globe Earth argument that devalidates that check mark.
That's true, and none of our arguments include check marks. Keep that in mind. All right.
None.
Yeah. I don't use nearly enough check marks in my tip work.
Indeed. All right.
It's still bullshit.
Moving on. Here we go.
The Earth is stationary, and the sun makes a clockwise circuit over the face of the Earth.
Or check mark.
In one of the hemispheres.
Indeed. All right.
That's all I got for this
And
one.
here
Be sure to
from
leave your thoughts
his
in the
home.
Indeed.
comment section below.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to say a special thanks to Ron Hagberg, Mike Helmick, Dave Marsh, Kevin Plowman, and of course, my man Chris Taylor, who was with me every step of the way on this journey. As always,
Team Drunk Ask, what do you got?
I'm disappointed he didn't include me in his thanks.
You know, that is right. Drinkworthy and
Ingrates.
not even wrong.
Not even wrong.
Not even wrong. All right. Okay.
Not even wrong.
What do we got next?
be
Here
good
we
to
go.
each other, take care of yourself, stay flat.
Be
See you
excellent
next
to
time.
each other.
Thank you.
But I don't want to be. But I don't
If
want
you'd
to
like
be
to get in
flat.
touch,
I like having a backside.
Indeed.
My wife
Mr.
actually.
Unite for Children said he recently remodeled his home by putting new writing on the windows.
All right. Oh, he's got some stuff for. Oh,
Wow.
this is just his subscribe pitch, so we'll just
with me,
let this
please
run
do
out.
so through my website.
Welcome. This is the place for truth.
If you'd like to support my efforts, please go
Yeah.
to the tab at the top.
And how come the
that
rest of it
says
was at low
Store.
volume?
Click on that tab; it'll take you to a storefront. You can register as a customer and start.
Well, he makes enough of a living at it to
pick up
get a
some
damned
official
airplane
Flat Earth
ticket
gear.
from
You can do
SeaTac
so
to
through teespring.com.
Alaska.
The link to my
You know, he pulled the same crap that
Wow.
that broadcast TV
Guys.
used to do when they before the FCC clamped down on them. You know, before the FCC, like now, doesn't clamp down on anything. They used to make the commercials 20% louder than the TV show you were watching for
Yeah.
broadcast TV, and that back when the FCC used to do stuff. They said they couldn't do that. That's what he did. This is all loud. The rest of the video, I had to jack up the audio above 130% so you guys could hear it. But all right, let's see. Team Drunkcast, do you have something?
Did I didn't buzz, did I? I'm so sorry if I did.
Oh no
it's
no
RJ.
problem.
It
RJ,
was
go ahead.
our-
RJ, go ahead.
Yeah, Blue Ouija has used the check mark. Chocolate milk comes from chocolate cows. Check
Oh,
mark.
I remember
That
this one.
must be true.
I remember this one. and I asked. I don't think I got an answer to. Oh yes, I did. I just don't remember what it was. I asked where skim
I have
milk
a
came from.
question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do chocolate cows actually tasty? It's like get chocolate all through the beef. I
Gotta
want to
lick the
know.
butthole.
Yeah.
And if you put it on a paint shaker, you can get a milkshake that way.
That is
Ooh,
true.
do chocolate cows have white poop?
Ah, these are big questions, everybody. And as for the chocolate cows, I don't
and
know.
And this guy has a line of Flurfer T-shirts and clothing and mugs, apparently.
Indeed.
If I sold flat Earth stuff, would it be wrong? Like
yeah.
flat Earth, like apparel. I want to do it.
It might
just
be
to make
lucrative,
money.
but it would be wrong and evil and vile and disgusting.
Yes, absolutely, it would. But
I'm gonna put a globe Earth on the inside tag, and nobody's gonna know.
Ooh, wow! A little bite behind there where they look at it and it says, "Fooled ya! The Earth is not flat."
Just write it out on the tag, or honestly on the shirt. This is all crap. The Earth is actually spherical.
Like they all say about the globe, not for educational purposes.
Because I mean,
when
think about it.
When washing the shirt, remember the Earth is actually a globe, and you paid $18.95 for this piece of crap, putting money into my pocket. Thank you.
And you can write exactly what he just said on the shirt. You can write that on the shirt because you're assuming. Don't assume these people can read.
That's true.
Just put it right out there.
Guys, here's what you do. You put the flat Earth stuff on the front, and then on the back you write great big white letters, "I'm full of shit."
What about? Oh no! How about this on the back of the shirt? On the back of the shirt, right now.
I have two questions.
Okay, Peter. Go ahead.
So when it comes to this apparel, does he sell a ladies' apparel with the text "It's actually flat"?
You could.
And my second question is, are you going to crank up the volume by 20% during Plug and Pug?
I don't think so. That would be bad. But anyway, what I was about to say And I'll warn you ahead of time, it's not nearly as funny as I think it is. On the front of the shirt, put stuff just like this, all, the earth is flat, get over it, stuff like that, pictures of the giant space pizza and all that crap on the front of that shirt. And on the back of the shirt, in big letters, print out, "You are following an idiot."
Yeah.
I was just about to say the same thing there. The perfect cover on the back is "The Idiot's Back."
That too, that's
Sai,
Yes, sir.
I actually have something, a moneymaker for him.
okay.
He should sell t-shirts at a time. One with the flat Earth text on it,
Uh-huh.
and then for the partner, one to go with that, saying "I'm with stupid."
There you go.
Yeah, there's a whole marketing strategy we could have on that one. There's several options. Yeah, let's go ahead on that one.
All right. And,
Make some money off of it.
no reason not to. And RJ, did
And
you have...
at least the backside would actually be accurate.
Indeed.
I think I'm going to monetize that poster that I made for the intro, Si. I'm going to put out ladies apparel and have Daphne Rimmel on there saying "You only think you see a curve."
that was a good one. That I do like that one. But all right.
Well, you had me alter it.
Well, yes, it was a little bit too... It might offend some people in its original format.
It was based off a Golden Globes poster, so my
Yes.
Golden Globes, I think that wasn't too bad.
Ooh, Bob Senior wants to know: do these flat Earth shirts come with instructions for flatwits so they can put them on?
Inside must be against skin.
As long as it uses the word perspective, yeah, like from your perspective, aim your head towards the hole.
Indeed.
And don't forget to success it.
Absolutely. Oh, RJ, you had buzzed a few seconds ago. Did you have?
Oh, that was just to put in the reference to the thing. So that's been covered already.
All right, that's good. That's good. So let's see what we've done here today. We've been running for 2 hours and 26 and a half minutes, and we have covered an 11-minute video.
Oh God. RJ, and if you add the links
we learned about possums, though.
We did.
RJ,
Go ahead, Hill.
RJ, if you add the links if you do it the links properly, you've added them successfully.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Rim shot.
And can I notice, Si, that you may have noticed the time that we've used up for this video, but we're still on 22 drinks, whereas Hovind took us to 50 drinks in a video where he agreed with us on the flat Earth.
That is true. Hovind almost ended the lives of at least 3 of us, if I remember correctly.
Hovind is an inspiration
and we didn't even cover the full video.
Yeah, we had.
That was a rough night.
Yeah, I think, didn't we run into trouble? Remember Mr. Ty? We never got back to him. We only covered about half. The guy with the tie. We only covered about half of his video, and the numbers were pretty damn high too. It was a creationist. Well, another creationist. All right. Well, let's see. Yep, 2 hours and that's not really the fastest pace, is it?
So can I just notice when talking to a creationist, make sure you have RJ in there, because he will make the creationist swear on the Bible not to bear false witness.
It was an amusing show. How many saw that?
That was the most hilarious moment of this week and maybe of this year for me.
Was I doing better than Aaron Robb?
Do you have? You wouldn't have that particular clip that you just described queued up by any chance, would you?
I don't. I can
get you the link to the video, but not to that particular moment.
All right. Well, if you
I'll make sure you have a clip for next week.
Okay, so I was just thinking that would be a great thing. Just that clip, just RJ saying that.
Jackson and I had fun with old Mike, and he did pretty much what I suspected he would do, and it was pretty funny.
I'm still waiting for a shot at Glenn and Genesis.
All right. Well, that was.
I somehow doubt I may not get another. By the way, he lives in Boise. I said, hey, we should do a live video, a live debate there sometime. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that one because he may not find interacting with me all that helpful for his blood pressure.
He didn't respond to that offer, did he?
Well,
But-
he got really silent when he would ask me for the names of scientists, and I started to give them, and then he'd say, "Well, that doesn't matter."
All right. Now, as for the other things we had queued up for tonight, we can't do Jaren because it's 32 minutes of him whining about that Freedom of Information Act request, and that's going to be 2 days, so we can't start that one.
The title of his I'm not going to look, but the title of his video is something along the lines of "It's taking NASA's X amount of time to respond."
Yeah.
How in the hell does he spend 36 minutes complaining about that?
Because padding is their game.
Well, that's yeah. Plus, I think he asked because there was a fee. There's probably going to be some fussing about the fee, and that as I recall, he did didn't he do some kind of GoFundMe for the fee? But anyway, it'll be a bunch of whining and stuff like that.
Do you think NASA will be sticking the Space Force on the flat earthers after that gets formed?
Yeah, maybe so. All right, and let's see. Let's see if Cap is still among the living. Cap, hello, Cap. Are you still there?
Hey, Cap, are you there?
Hey, Cap, if you are still there, we can't hear you. You might have to try hanging up and calling back in.
All right, whoop.
Cap is asleep on location.
Wait, let's see what has someone. This may be Cap rejoining. No, it's Tornado.
Hey, Tornado.
Tornado, welcome to the party.
What's up, Tornado?
I should probably warn you. There was a hell of a lot of stupid.
You missed it.
Yeah, there was stupid.
Yeah.
And,
also, you're still muted in case you were trying to talk.
But we did discover that around the edge of the Earth, there's a ring of St. Louis arches, like a big pie crust.
Exactly.
Anyway, do we have more stupid inbound?
Well, see, we were just going over that. We can't do the Jaren thing because it'll run way too long. We'll save that for another time. We can't do because Cap is unavailable. The one about the anti-vaxxers that's a topic that he finds interesting to talk on. So we'll save that for him. The only other one we had up was really a fluff piece. It was another Russian vids video. So
it's Russian archives.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you,
Five
Si.
minutes.
I'll be honest with you, Si. No matter what the outcome is,
Yeah.
I'm about to have to get off, man.
I
My face is about to hit the screen.
We don't want to
can't
kill
take
you.
it
We
anymore.
honestly, we enjoy your YouTube activities too much to allow you to succumb
I
to
wanna see
alcohol
more
poisoning.
Jaren.
So
Face with your
it's
Okay.
not like I was talking or anything.
Thighs.
It's not like I was talking or anything. Anyway,
Did somebody say something?
fuck no, nobody important. Anyway, Team Skeptic, fully understood. We enjoy your YouTube activity much too much to allow you to succumb to liver failure. So that's it. That's all I wanted to get out. All done.
Well, no, the liver's okay. I just don't know if my consciousness will make it any further.
Okay, Skeptic, I have a quick tip for you.
Yes, sir.
Actually, two. One, get about a liter of water in you, and two, prop yourself up on your side when you go to bed.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna puke. I'm not that. I'm fucked up.
Okay, all right. That's a good thing to hear.
Should we respond to Doorknob Head? He said boot Cap. Doorknob Head Cap just booted himself.
Well, let's see if he's still in the thing.
No, he left.
No, he's left.
Okay.
He just left.
All right, Cap has booted himself.
His phone probably hit the battery limit.
Could be. All right. Hashtag Cap booted himself. All righty. That being the case.
Hashtag low battery Cap.
Low battery
Cap.
Okay.
Actually, that's the pound key. That's the pound sign.
Ah, okay. On that note.
Ampersand, I believe.
No, the
ampersand is a little and thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, the ampersand is. Oh.
Yeah,
The
the
hell
No, the
We're
one that
reduced to
uses
talking
hashtag
about the
is actually
symbols that are on a.
on a phone.
so possums, you say, huh? All right.
Yeah, yeah. Possums are cute but dumb.
Indeed. And anyway, as a
asterisk is the star.
we had, yes, it
Is
is.
the
And the one, as far as I can tell, all right. The one we had 4 things queued up. Like I said, we'll save the anti-vaxxer thing for when Cap's back and available, because that's a topic he's very passionate about,
Okay.
and we'll
I
hear him.
like I like covenants. Sorry.
Yeah,
I know I'm interrupting you again. I'm sorry.
not a
But I like
problem.
covenants. Hashtag low capacity.
That is good. All right.
Mr. United says ampersand is brought to you by Americans for opossums.
Sewer tapes link. Where's sewer tapes link? Sewer tapes link. Sewer tapes link. Why am I not seeing it? Well, the beer, obviously. Sewer tapes. Trying to find it. Oh, there it is. Let me see what this is. No, I am not sure. No, absolutely not.
Where? Where's
There's,
this link?
scroll up in the chat. It's up there. No, I am not sharing that in the video. And as a matter of fact, why did you show me that?
Oh,
Hang on.
dude.
Oh,
Dude, no, there'll be none of that.
Things you cannot unsee.
That's
hold on.
still, it's
God,
not as.
I'm so glad.
That's sumo wrestling version
Oh, look at
of
that!
Flat Earth.
Dick Holman tried to save me, but
No!
I didn't.
Side,
Yeah.
with these responses, and the people in the chat, you cannot not show it. I mean,
Honestly,
that's
I'm glad.
torture.
It's in the
I'm just
chat.
glad.
Anybody that wants to see
Honestly,
it can go see it. And let me tell
I'm
you,
just glad. I'm just so glad that my computer crashed and I lost the chat history because I'm not capable
Yeah,
of seeing
yeah,
whatever
you
this is.
probably don't want to
Some
see it.
things man was not meant to know, young man.
it's not as bad as what you guys exposed me to in that
You
unbroadcast
looked it up
after show.
yourself.
Wait,
You looked it up yourself.
oh, come on. When you say to somebody,
Side,
and for
when
sure,
it
Cy, don't look up anything you put after that. Somebody's going to look up. All right.
Side,
Yes.
by the way, I have a question.
Yes.
Since you mirrored our talk
Mhm.
this week with Richard Carrier,
Yes.
you were mentioned a couple of times during that talk. Did you Google everything that we told you to Google?
I have learned not to follow people's suggestions on that topic.
I mean, when Richard Carrier tells you to Google lizard sex, I think you should Google lizard sex.
Okay, let's.
All right.
It doesn't get any
So
better
many
than
beautiful
that.
things could be found.
Hey guys, if people's language thus far has not gotten us demonetized, that certainly will. Can
Yeah.
we move on?
Let's leave it
Or-
alone.
Yet, bring on the pug.
More Chisholm.
Oh, you're calling for
Please,
we're not
plasma torch won't be enough.
Oh, please no.
what? Please,
Please
no
no
what?
Chisholm.
No.
Please.
His is too long. We already covered that.
Okay, thank you.
We can't start that.
Phrasing, but thank you.
Ah, gee. All right. Squirrel has called for a bringing on of the pug. Does everyone
Bring
concur?
on the bug. Bring on the bug.
All right. That so shall it be. And all right.
So are we doing Chisholm next week?
Yes. Actually, we will be including that next week. And
Assuming I haven't managed to push the most recent Pete and Peter video or Peter and Pete video, they actually managed to get one down to 23 minutes.
oh, all right, everybody, make sure you're still in the buzzer, because that's how we're doing that's how I'm reading down the list to go to the who's doing their plug. So everybody, please make sure you're in that. All right. Oh, RJ, you have something to add?
Oh, I was just getting myself in the buzz.
Oh, okay. All right. And very good.
I'm following instructions, mein Commandant.
Let me make sure I don't
Don't
accidentally.
forget to read the usernames exactly as they appear.
Yeah, I will do so, and let me make sure not to accidentally close this window, because I don't want to be a buzzkill. Oh!
And when
Yeah,
and when watching flat Earth videos, your brain mileage may vary.
Indeed. All right, let us.
Plug and plug their doorknob head.
It is time to. Terry, no, we'll stick to our usual schedules. Just this time it didn't quite work out. It'll be Friday night, Terry. Fear not. And here we go. Let us commence with the plugs. Let's see who's up first. Squirrel, you're up. Tell us how cool you are and what you do, please.
I'm up first. Wow, what a concept.
Uh-huh.
Nope. I am.
Oh wait,
Chocolate
squirrel. Wait. You just seconds ago you made me promise to read the names as they were, and I didn't. Let me restart.
Yes, you.
Let me restart. Let's see who's first on the list. Squirrel will space you. What do you tell us how cool you are and what you do? Squirrel will space you.
Let's see. I play video games on my primary channel, and I'm getting ready to start a second channel just for strictly for the purposes of doing debunks again. It's been a long time, and I really should get back on that.
Okay.
I do 2 weekly live streams and the occasional long play video. So if you guys want to go see that, so I got some retro RPGs and stuff. It'll be all sorts of fun. I'll let you guys know when I get that second channel running, though.
Alrighty.
That's going to be a fun one.
Very good. And let's see. Bo, no, Science Sunday will be on one of the days ending in Y this week, so keep an eye out. It will be announced. All right. Let us see. I know Team Drunkass was heading off. I wonder if he's still here. Team Drunkass, are you still here? Sounds like a no. Okay, everybody go to Team Skeptic's channel, and I assume you're all subbed already, but make sure you do so. Oh, Squirrel, Terry wants a link to your channel in the public chat.
I'm already on it.
You are cool.
There you go.
All right, and I have no phone number. You're up next. Tell us how cool you are and what you do.
I think that's Cap.
Well,
no, that's not Cap.
No, it's not.
That's the guy who usually bothers Cap.
And that's all of us.
Yeah, that's hard to limit that.
Okay, everybody, tell us. All right. I have no phone number. You're up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have. Next time I'll use I have no bacon, then everyone will know who I am.
Indeed.
So
Shut up.
So
why is everyone still on about the bacon?
Because we can never unsee that mental picture. We can never unsee
I
you
just pointed
handling
the 3
bacon,
random objects on my desk that had absolutely no relation to each other. Next,
I wake up in the middle of the night and seeing you walking around with bacon, a flashlight, and toilet paper, and I'm still curious what you're doing.
There were just 3 random objects on my desk. The bacon I had failed to eat earlier.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Peter, please tell us how cool you are, what you do.
Yeah.
I'm back, by the way. I'm back.
I'm so cool. I got to appear with my channel on Sidestrike's channel. So I want to direct everyone to Sidestrike's channel for this week as my plug. It's a very cool channel. It has movie nights every Friday, except when it's on Saturday. Sunday Science, which is pretty much on in every day, ending in a Y, except Sunday. So it's an extremely cool channel, and it has an extremely cool host who helped me out a lot this week, and I really appreciate all the work you put in to make it happen, and to give Our Talk with Richard Carrier a little bit more exposure than it would have gotten otherwise, because I've looked at the number of views and you outrank our channel. You've got 3 times as much views, so yeah, really appreciate it, and it will result in Richard Carrier doing a show with you about ancient science.
That would be cool.
If I'm correct. So we need to set that up.
Indeed.
And that should
Like a
be
year-long lead time, so you'll have plenty of wind-up.
That should be very interesting.
And who knows? Maybe in that show, lizard sex will be discuss. So,
Well, you can't do a show without lizard sex.
Of course not.
Really.
That's crazy
of course
talk.
not.
UND 88, nothing but mammals.
Why am I all of a
Do
sudden
it like
paying
they do
attention?
on the Discovery Channel.
You haven't seen anything until you've seen a lizard twerking.
I have to say that's
I
probably
have
All right,
seen
true.
that.
someone write that on the quote
Well,
section. I'm not doing it, but someone.
Someone add that to the quote section, and we will go back now that Team Drunkass has returned. Team Drunkass, would you mind telling us how cool you are and what you do?
Yeah, did y'all already get to me at one point or something?
Oh, we did. Yeah,
we
but
did
I was taking a
Yeah, but you
really
did it
long
yourself.
whiskey pee. No,
Not a
I
problem.
mean literally it was like a 3.5 minute pee. I've never peed so long in my life.
Too much information.
indeed.
But it's true. It's true. But okay, so I want to
There's
tell you
more than
guys
we
why
can say
I'm
for the
cool.
video we just watched.
Yes, for sure. The reason why I'm cool is because of people like Strike and the Non Sequitur Show and Cap and other and Greater Sapien who've all had me on as a guest, and I would not be anywhere in this world without people like them backing my claim that I am actually fucking cool. So I appreciate it. My 3/4 and I don't know, probably more like 13/8 or 13/16, I guess, of the Jameson bottle is gone through the Non Sequitur Show and Strike Show, and I greatly appreciate you guys, man. Fucking y'all are badass.
An honor to have you say that, but I didn't know
Hey, he's
you
not
were with the
nearly drunk
Jameson.
enough if he can measure in sixteenths.
But well, I didn't
Well, I
know it
didn't.
was the Jameson. We got killed with that in Baltimore.
Yeah. No, I've been
Sai,
drinking
Sai.
Jameson Black since the past 3 weeks since I bought the first one for your for your show 3 weeks ago. I've been getting hooked up on Jameson Black ever since, man.
Oh
Thank
my.
you for being such an inspiration in my life, Si.
I'm glad. Happy to help.
Sai, can you please not read Doorknob's last two comments?
Shut up!
I will not. I will not read them. Okay.
Doorknob head,
All right.
shut up!
Hey, be nice to Doorknob. Anyway, next on the list. Next on the list is next on the list is Hill. Hill, are you still among the living? And if you are, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
I am technically among the living,
Uh-huh.
but only technically. I'm cool because I exist and I'm cool. Yeah. So can you help me with my plug, please? I'm tired.
He's cool. He traveled all over the damn planet to do sciencey stuff, and you should all go to his channel and do stuff. How's that, Hill?
That was good. Thank you.
All right. There you go.
I'll take it.
Okay. I'd get into specifics, but beer. Okay. Next I have
I know you.
the Celtic Milkshake. Tell us how cool you are and what you do.
I don't have a whole lot to share right now. I am a Patreon of the show.
Woohoo!
I just feel like pointing out something completely unrelated. I was just shown a satire card game of Cards Against Humanity called Crabs Adjust Humidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, that's high concept.
Oh, and by the way, with the plugs, if you don't do a lot of YouTube stuff, it's not limited to that. Anybody who's on the panel who has some other interest or some other activity they do, by all means, that could be. You can feel free to extol that as well.
I'll have something eventually. I just need a better computer first.
Okay.
Sai, you know that by saying this, Cap will next week tell you all his interests, and you will lose sleep again for an entire week, drinking sexual stuff you would never want to see up close.
Gotcha.
All
right.
And I didn't even mention what you can do with bacon.
Yes, you did not, and then yet you did. Okay.
We're very grateful for that.
And okay, let's see. That's that. And okay, do I have to read this last? Do I have to read this name?
Yes.
No. Wait. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. Somebody.
Well, if you read it and say the pluses as pluses, that kind of that'll kind of water it down a little.
All right. So the first. How did Heathgar not get a wrench? What the hell's going on here? That is just
It's hiding.
Yeah, he doesn't have a wrench. That's just plain wrong. Not him not having a wrench.
yeah. That's
That's probably the only plus. It was, and that
Get
would be
in
the
there,
only.
man, and get that wrench to that poor little kid.
the only thing I can think
How
of
can
is
he-
that
can it-
he's been in here. He's always in here just speaking, so there has not been a lot of commenting going on. Because obviously, I would have hit that. Got that.
Yeah, how can that
taken
poor
care
little
of.
waif adjust his lug nuts if you don't give him a damn wrench?
Absolutely, unbelievable. All right.
You can now rectify that.
Okay.
And yes, I just went there. You heard me correctly.
Lovely.
I didn't hear you at all, so.
Probably a good thing.
All right. Let's see.
Sai, are you going to read out that entire name? I'm just thinking no sleep. Maybe clean sheets will help. Sorry, but he shouldn't have started with the first one.
No, that was
Shouldn't
just.
have started with that first word.
All right. Let's see. Let us now hear from. I don't want to read this. All right.
You want me to read it,
plus
damn
no
it?
calf plus no sleep equals F5 tornado pelt.
All right, that. Let's hear from that. Let's hear how cool you are, what you do.
So what was the first word? Hold on. What was the first word? Because everyone talked over the first word. If you're going to read it out, then read it out.
It's called Chisholm plus no calf plus no sleep equals F5 tornado pelt.
Okay. Tell us how cool you are,
I'm
what you
making
do.
it into a plain chant cantata.
All right, you're up.
Anyway,
You're up. Tell us about the
my name's
bacon.
Shut up, Sai. My name's Tornado Pelt, and no matter what these fools say, there is no bacon involved.
Well, sure, not
I
anymore.
swear.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you've used it all up.
As long as it's not making contact with Cap's sausages, you're fine.
Yeah, really. Keep them apart. Keep them apart.
You opened up an entire new world for Cap. I mean, he only had his sausages up until now. He now has an entire new world to look forward to.
Indeed. All right, let's let Tornado tell us how cool he is and what he does. Go ahead, Tornado.
My name's Tornado Pelt. I do lots of gaming and such, like Kerbal Space Program, Empyrean Galactic Survival, 7 Days to Die, that sort of thing. Basically, a lot of games ranging across various things. I also play Scrap Mechanic, and I also play Doom nowadays. But I'm Tornado Pelt, and I like to also do debunking of horse crap.
Indeed.
No pun intended.
Alrighty. And let us see. Mr. RJ, tell us how cool you are and what you do and how we can help and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, golly gee, if you don't know that I'm trying to vaporize creationism as never before, you've been living in a cave. I'll put my website up there. I've got books people can buy, hint, 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 hint. And I've got a GoFundMe people can help me with, and there could be lots of places for more people to do that. I just appeared on Jackson Wheat's show just yesterday, where together we sliced, diced, filleted, and pureed Mike Riddle, the Answers in Genesis creationist. And I think we did a pretty damn good job on that little one.
Actually, you completely obliterated him. You weren't even a flamethrower in there. You were an atomic bomb.
Antimatter bomb.
And Jackson Weed and I are in the process of doing a book on the Answers in Genesis Answers books that nobody has done before. So this will be just like Slam Dunk on the reptile mammal transition, except for all that young Earth creationist crap. And we will be taking no prisoners.
Alrighty then.
So help keep us alive, so I can buy ink and like food now and then, and maybe someday dream to buy a new pair of pants and shoes. Help with the GoFundMe. Buy the damn books. I need the royalties, and they're damn good. Slam Dunk and the Paralogs of Phileas Fogg. I'm almost finished with the second novel, by the way. So there's that in the works as well.
Hey RJ,
It's
are you
like I have time
I have
on
a
my
question,
hands.
RJ.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tornado.
Are you eventually going to be working on a Globe Earth Slam Dunk?
It's a low priority on there because the flat earthers are relatively peripheral in the real world
Yeah.
as to their ill effects, whereas young earth creationists are like governors and vice presidents
Oh shit!
and
Yeah.
cabinet officials and are actually
However,
screwing things up in a way that actually affects people's lives. So
Yeah.
they're a higher target priority in my view.
Yeah.
however, the
yeah.
flat Earth community is growing, so you might want to think about bumping up the priority
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
well,
are,
if they reach the point where like it starts having the impact that young earth creationism does, oh yeah, and it's just a matter of time, of course. They're at the moment just primarily a footnote.
Yeah.
See,
But
the
the
thing I would suggest is that if you look at who pushes on the pop culture level, who pushes creationism? Nobody. Who pushes flat Earth? Superstars do. And that's why Flat
Yeah.
Earth is growing. Flat Earth is growing at an exponential rate. I watched the number of videos that are posted a day, and there's at least 600 plus videos. If you just type Flat Earth in a search and change the results to today, just one day, there's over 600 results. You type young Earth creationist or creationism or anything like that, and there's maybe 20 videos. Flat Earth is there's so much information out there that people are fucking pulling and growing. And that's why I choose to focus on that,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with focusing on it. If it eventually gets to the point where you're having people that are running for elected office and all this thing, we can set up what's functionally a rational filter where at every one of our grassroots levels, we want to make sure that local reporters like ask methods questions of people so that nobody can run for even a dog catcher without having to kind of lay it out like how old do they think the earth is? If they think it's flat, we should also know that. If they don't like evolution and climate change and all this other stuff, it should be above board. There may still be enough Tortukans out there that they'll get elected anyway, but nonetheless, nobody should slip under the radar. And there's been an awful lot of under radar slipping for the last 20 years.
Indeed. And actually, the expansion of this flat Earth nonsense kind of mirrors the trend towards, well, pseudoscience, non-science, and science avoidance. And
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm getting a little concerned about where we're going to be in 100 years. If anybody's if anyone was a Babylon 5 watcher,
You want to be really scared?
yeah,
Germany went from a bastion of reasonableness to wackaloon Nazi land in the course of just a decade.
indeed. I don't know if anybody
And
if
now they're
anybody's
back to
been watching
mostly
the news
reasonable.
here.
So
I don't know if anybody's been watching the news here, but I'm a little concerned for our nation as well.
And Turkey with Erdogan, and a lot of the mounting wackaloonery that's going on. I'll just say that as the historian, this shit's reminded me too much of the 1920s, and the 1920s led to the 1930s, and the 1930s led to major league shit hits fanned in the 1940s, and I might live to see that, and I don't want to live to see that.
Nor do I.
again,
Nor does anybody.
Indeed. All right.
So we got to be part of the counter maneuver as any way that we can in every way that we can. The more we can force people onto a methods table, the more tripped up they're going to be. And Peter, who saw my debate there, discussion with Mike Riddle, could see how badly he was doing at a methods level.
I have put the link in the side chat for people who want to see that. It's a must watch.
Do you think I handled a Riddle better than an Aaron Ra might?
Yes, yes.
And
Aaron Ra couldn't top that when it comes to just firing off science, firing off names. He couldn't even keep up.
And I knew more about his side than he knew.
That was also yeah.
That's incredible.
So everyone just has to go and watch this.
Indeed.
What, Kent Hovind?
It's a little
No,
it's a
me,
little
me
bit
and
it's a little
Jackson,
bit of a shouting
slicing
match.
and dicing Mike Riddle.
Yeah, it became a little bit of a shouting match, but just enough to keep it interesting. And it's one of the most amazing videos that I've seen lately.
And Peter, if
You
you
think
have
I should be
time,
debating more?
oh yeah, Peter,
Yeah,
if you have
definitely.
time, would you? Yeah, and you can say no if you're busy. If you would have time to clip out the best of RJ from that video, that might be something interesting to show
Oh,
next week. What do you think?
I will do that this week, and you will have that Friday along with the clip that he should take out his Bible.
Okay, very good.
Oh, I've been waiting to use that one for quite a while on there because it's one where I was asking him to say, take out your Bible, swear on it in fear of your immortal soul's damnation. Tell us how many of the science works you have read on this subject.
Oh, you know
Any?
what?
And he didn't like the looks of that at all. And he admitted again and again when I was probing him on stuff that he had not read a damn thing.
Bo had a good question. He wanted to know if I was trying to help sell the Flurf swag because we stopped it on that screen. So that screen is now gone. Good point.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. Everybody tempted to contribute to this guy, go to my place first and give me whatever you were going to give him.
Indeed. And RJ was too proud to say when he was doing his plug, but let us keep in mind for how long and how much information RJ has been giving out over the years for free. So,
I'm on
yes,
Social Security. I don't have grants. I don't have the support network that damn flat earthers or Kent Hovind or Ken Ham do. Can't our secular side do at least a teeny bit as well as they do on supporting people?
one would think. One would think. So, anyway,
Yeah, I can answer that from a sociological point of view. You don't give money to your next man. You know, you are of our like sound intelligence, and you know you have a good life. Flat earthers are obviously mentally defective, and you know that's why it's okay to give money to it. That's why so many people join the flat Earth movement. They're like, this guy that's mentally retarded, he makes more sense. Let's give him money because he needs it. Because if not, he'll never get out of his mom's basement. You know, for you, you're so smart that they just assume that you have this PhD and you're doing well off. Like, these guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, well, we ain't anywhere near that.
All right. Okay. I think we covered everybody. Did we miss anybody? No, I don't think so, by this list anyway. That being the case, I'm fairly sure everybody knows what time it is.
Bring on the pug!
Absolutely.
Bring on the pug!
Here comes. Yes, sir.
I'm kind of in an issue right now as far as FPAG goes.
You're out of bacon?
No, Florida Pyrotechnic Arts Guild. You see, the issue is Mom has a transmission leak. And every avenue we've tried, aside from being able to use her car, no matter how clunky it is, every single time we've tried, we've either gotten, no, I'm not going to take you, or no, I don't want to take you, basically, with my grandma.
Okay.
So I'm going to need funds in order to do stuff, but I don't have a Kickstarter up or a Patreon. Kind of late to start that at this point.
I don't know. Isn't RJ? Isn't GoFundMe relatively quick?
GoFundMe, if you need one, wrestling people up to help though is the trick. But GoFundMe is Johnny on the spot for contributions. I think they take a few percentage out, but literally, if you set it up to do it like send the money immediately, it'll get it there. They don't waste diddly squat on that. I mean, I've been just really glad that the delay time is so short on GoFundMe, where you can hear practically crickets growing and moss appearing on trees before Patreon gets around to sending a check.
Indeed. Oh, Jared, we didn't. There was no Jared plug. What the hell? What's the matter with us? Everybody go to Jared's channel and tell everybody to go to Jared's channel. And on Fridays, he does a cool thing with military folks. Go ahead.
I'm a regular on that show. Would you like me to plug it for him?
Oh, please, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we on Friday nights we get a bunch of military veterans and active duty members. Bo Holbo is one of them. He's a regular on this show in the comments. So you should definitely go over to Jared Buteau. I think I'm trying to remember how he told me to pronounce it, but go to Jared's channel, like, subscribe, Watch our channel. We are fucking hilarious on Friday nights. We generally lead into this fake show that's supposed to be every Friday night, but so for some fucked off reason,
It just moves around.
Yeah, but we particularly
Well,
make our show
It's also
before
supposed
this
to be a science show, so
Yeah, right. We particularly do our show before this one, so that way we can kind of lead into this one. You guys are welcome to come and listen to us talk about our shenanigans in the military. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Indeed.
I'd love to join you guys someday, but I actually work on Fridays.
Oh man, anytime though, if you get a free Friday, just definitely contact us.
Alrighty. That's nicely done. Oh, look, then there's the channel in the chat. Everybody go there. Let's see. Resist remove. Yes, we will. It's
Can you please get Dick Marble off the screen? His eyebrows are crawling and his beard is talking.
all right. Well,
Let's
it is
resist remove.
It is in fact time to bring on the pugs. So let us do precisely that. And to our esteemed panel, you guys were most cool, and everybody who joined us, thank you for joining us. Here comes the pug.
And we learned about possums.
That we did. Cool little animals.
Pug.
Indeed. We should get a
No one
possum. On
wears a
this.
fedora better than that pug.
Absolutely. We should get a possum on this closing.
There we go.
I swear to God, Si, I ate a banquet TV dinner just to prepare for a whole nother
Holy moly, do they still
a
make
whole
those?
nother episode, and now I'm awake and you have denied me.
Wait, well, you were the one that said, kill it. That you couldn't survive more.
I couldn't, but now that I've ate my banquet, I think it was, what's that? Salisbury steak meal. I'm good to go.
I remember banquet frozen tacos. They didn't do those for too long, but boy, that was way back.
Wait, in the banquet in the banquet meal, there wasn't any bacon in it, was there?
No. Tornado stole it all.
Oh, oh my, disturbing. That was a very short video. That's. How could a short video take this long?
Oh, because we keep on stopping it for the stupid.
Because of how much wrong there is.
I think the better question is, Sai, you've been doing this show for quite a while now. You shouldn't have to ask that.
Really, one can only assume I wasn't paying attention.
That's not a...
In fact, I'm surprised it was what, an 11-minute video or something like that?
Something like that.
I'm surprised it only took us about 3 hours.
Honestly, though, he did spend a good 2 to 5 minutes just not talking.
True.
That was a blessing.
And he still interrupted him, told him how wrong he was.
His video didn't have a single point in it, did it?
No.
Like, hey, the sun goes around just like everyone thinks it does.
A damn model. A detailed, real live model with azimuths and all these other stuff and show by prediction, etc., that it works. But of course, you know they can't do that ever. It's physically impossible. It's like perpetual motion.
Indeed. Quite true. Oh, damn it. We forgot to bring out our flat earth model again.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Show the flat earth model.
Put her up right now.
We got no time. This is it, folks. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Don't forget Sunday Science on a day. Bye, all.